and then the high-pitched ones are like into the nose. Or...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dapper D. I'm Dippy.
I'm Dadley.
And I'm Dono, possessed by a monster.
We're the Dapper D's, the only show on the internet that writes scripts for fun. What? That's a concept. That's a foreign concept to most writers. Speaking of which, the writer's strike is finally over. Congratulations to the
so now
WGA.
If you want to buy what we write today,
it's gonna be $50,000. No.
It's gonna be 50,000 nickels.
Nickels. Wow, that's what is it? 50,000.
I don't know. Divided by 20.
Divided by 20.
For how much money?
Yeah, there are 20 nickels
20.
in a dollar.
It's gonna be worth a warehouse.
$2,500.
Oklahoma.
That's still fair. That's still a fairly good price. $2,500.
That's literally a million nickels.
That's a.
It's gonna be. I was gonna say it's gonna be worth a.
I divided it by
warehouse
20
in Connecticut.
Yeah.
A warehouse in. Speaking of, no, never mind.
Because if we got one of those, we can turn it into a studio.
So we are back with you once again for the lovely little event that we like to do here on the show, Dapperween.
Dapperween. We like doing weird, spooky stuff for all of October. It's a lot of fun. I feel like all of us are kind of like October spookiness.
Oh
vibes
yeah, we
in some way.
love October here. So
There we go.
Yeah, we have the Halloween Lo-Fi from Lo-Fi Girls channel. So go check them out for their stream and their support. But today is sponsored by W.GG. Go to W.GG and use the code ANYPOD for 10% off of any purchase. Any pod for any purchase. That is W.GG. Thank you for supporting the Dono is getting engulfed by W. There we go. They're a wonderful energy supplement.
I like it, Dippy.
They're a wonderful energy supplement, and you should try them out for sure. Yeah. So that's Lo-Fi Girl and W. I think that's it, right? Mainly.
If you want to sponsor this channel, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Please, we would love to help you support your product as long as your product is a good product.
We'll shill just about anything.
Pretty much, as long as it's not like racist or like, you know.
I didn't know we needed to clarify.
I didn't think that was needed to be clarified. Fucking, we'll just tell them no.
Okay, yeah. We'll chill
Fuck
anything
you,
as long
racism.
as it's not racist or homophobic or toilet paper.
Or toilet paper.
I mean, I don't know if we're any of those like actual things product like we're not really in their area. You know?
Either way, that was supposed to be just a little one-off joke. Welcome back to a little sub-show as the part of the Dapper
No,
D
we need
show.
to talk about this racism thing, Dippy.
No.
Why'd you go to that?
Look, man,
It's time for a meeting. With
I'm a
HR.
little tired. All right,
Yeah?
so
We're doing another episode of Saving Cats, which is an idea that I pitched. I love this idea to pieces, where a book was written called Save the Cat. It is the do-all textbook if you want to be screenwriting. And in the book, all films are broken down into 10 categories. Every single film can fall one of these 10. Today, we are doing Monster in the House for Halloween spooky vibes.
absolutely. So we are kind of sticking with a little bit of a theme here where it's Dapperween, it's spooky month. Monster in the House is a typical horror genre. That doesn't mean that all horror movies are Monster in the House movies. And that doesn't mean that all Monster in the House movies are necessarily horror movies either. It's just that it's the genre that fits the best for the season, because you think of Frankenstein's monster, you think of the Mummy, you think of the Universal Hollywood villains, and Scooby-Doo and King Kong and all these big giant like monsters in the title, dude. Like,
flag on the play. Scooby-Doo, not a Monster in the House series at all.
because all the monsters are people.
More than that, we'll get into the
It's
definition
Monster of the
monster.
Week kind of.
Monster-
Definition of Monster in the House, you need 3 aspects.
Okay.
You need the monster.
Yes.
Which is anything in the world. Jaws, Monster in the House, the shark, so on. Aliens, you got Aliens, Scream, you got Ghostface. You need the house. You need wherever this is taking place, the Ocean of Jaws.
I need to make cards for each of these.
Right, Bridebrook, I think is Scream, if I remember right. Wherever it's taking place. And then the third and probably most important one, and the reason why Scooby-Doo doesn't fall under it, is the sin. And the sin could be ignorance, but you need the sin. Someone has to let the monster in the house.
I thought it was
it cannot.
drugs.
No, it could be. It cannot.
No, for like Scooby-Doo's, it's drugs.
Oh no. It cannot just appear in the house. There has to be the sin that brings the monster.
If we just had a monster come.
That monster
She's
is my
not a
mother, thank you.
I said mom.
Momster.
It was the Momster Mash.
The Momster Mash.
Did you see that they redid that and then put like the newer fucking
I did not see this. What happened?
In it, and they just start murdering and killing.
Thank you
people.
very much.
I love that.
Love you, mama.
It's like it just doesn't work anymore. It's not silly scary.
The Monster Mash is one of those songs that bothers me because you're not listening to a song about the Monster Mash. Like, you're not listening to the Monster Mash. You're listening to a song about
a dance called the Monster Mash. Or a party called the Monster Mash.
Yeah. So
it was the
those
Monster
are the three
Mash.
things. Scooby-Doo would fall under a different category that we'll cover at some time, just called Dude with a Problem.
Yeah. Dude, I watched a movie like that just like the other day.
Okay.
It's called The Package.
Oh, I love that movie.
I was like half awake and watching it, and I was just like, you know what? This is solid. Like, this isn't like it's bad. It's like one of those films where it's just kind of like it's bad, but it's also like it's fucking there. Like, you see the consistency of it going. It's just like that. Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Also,
like, I could follow it.
I have not seen it, actually. I just Googled it, and I was thinking of a movie called The Gift.
Oh.
The Gift is a pretty good movie, too.
The Gift is a weird movie.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
You should watch The Package.
I'll be real. Stoner comedies are probably the bottom barrel of movies I enjoy. I am not
a little bit.
It's got the new guy from Stranger Things, the Native American kid.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the dude that has the problem.
I'm not a stoner. I have seen one Joe Rogan. Jesus.
Joe
Seth
Rogan's.
Rogan movie?
I've seen one Joe Rogan movie, and it's a movie that doesn't exist.
Seth Rogen movie that I've enjoyed.
What?
And that's it. Neighbors?
You never watched Kung Fu Panda?
That's not a Seth Rogen movie.
I know.
No,
it's not, he's in it. It was back
that's a
before,
Jack Black movie.
Yeah, it is a Jack Black movie. It was Seth Rogen before he was Seth Rogen.
Yes.
You know? Or like what he is now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And so like the thing is that Mantis like part gets bigger as the movies go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he becomes more and more like a bro and everything because
weirdly,
Seth Rogen's getting bigger. Oh, I watched all the Kung Fu Panda movies. Also,
I have also seen all the Kung Fu Panda movies.
They're all on Netflix. Right?
So
I have set up. So as per last time that we did this, I have set up a little mind map in a free screenwriting software called Writer Duet. It's a lovely little software. I use it for all of my screenwriting needs. I've used it for all my student films. I used it to write my thesis, where I made a 125-page screenplay, the full-length movie that we read on this channel years ago. Not years, like last year.
Like a year.
Yeah.
It feels like years ago.
It does, honestly. But Writer Duet is honestly so helpful and so easy to use, so easy to learn.
I might start using it because I really want to do NaNoWriMo this year, if that's what it's called.
What the hell are you talking about?
NaNoWriMo, it's a giant writing initiative every November where over the course of November you attempt to write, I think it's 10,000 words.
Oh, fun. Huh.
Yeah,
well,
it's awesome.
I could never. I can't do that till my kids are at least old enough to freaking not need me.
No, I feel that.
because they just come in and distract me as I was trying to write. But that sounds like something that I might be interested in doing. Granted, I just write all 10,000 words in one sitting.
I don't think you realize how much 10,000 words is.
Well, I
Yeah,
used to
10,000
write,
words is a
like, 5
pretty
college papers in one sitting.
Oh, well, there you go. So I've
NaNoWriMo. Yeah.
So I have set up a little mind map. The last time we did this, there weren't any specific things for. Let's see. There weren't any specific. Where is this shit? Last time we wrote this, To Be Immune, which was our superhero take. And I set it up with the 3 basic things that every movie needed at the beginning of its writing process, and then we just kind of filled it out as we go. For this one, I have what Dadley just said. The monster, the house, and the sin. I also added the cat, because this is called Save the Cat. There has to be a cat to be saved, whether that cat is literally a cat or not. Tagline characters,
that,
I suppose we should also
for people
have...
that didn't see last episode or have not read the book and need a refresher, of Save the Cat is a term used in script writing. It's a cheat. It is a way to make you like characters early in a movie. So it's the quote of have them save a cat. Have a character do something very good in the opening scenes, and immediately you're attached to the character.
Is that what Pet Cemetery is all based around?
No.
Because he tried to save.
God. I accidentally copied an
What
image.
was that,
I
Nimby?
accidentally copied an image that I'm gonna use for the thumbnail. Shush.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
I just like putting up this fact, and it's something that I noticed. Have you guys watched The Ring?
The Ring.
I have yes.
I am aware.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the little boy in The Ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also the girl in the well.
What?
Are you sure about that?
I like when I watched The Ring, I noticed that it's he is
because the actress
it's just
for
him.
The actress for the girl in the well is the girl that voiced Lilo in Lilo and Stitch.
She's just literally I was watching the movie, and the boy was
that's even more mind blowing than. Wait, what the hell?
I'm checking this shit because I'm just like, it's the same person. Literally watching the movie, I'm just like, it's just the kid in the wig.
Dono, I love you, but I think that just might be marijuana, man.
No, I watched it I watched it back when I was sober. Wait.
No, okay. I really don't think it's the boy.
That's a bit of a weird one.
Give me a second.
All right.
Is it not? Because it might be some of the scenes, but I don't know.
Audio and
whatever.
Audio is working. Just making sure of that. It would have been terrible if the audio hasn't been working this whole time. We're already 20 minutes in to the stream.
So, I think when it comes to this genre,
pitches
setting is everything. The house.
So let's set up the house. Yeah. What is our house?
What are we wanting to do with it? Are we wanting to do modern? Are we wanting to do a period piece?
Let me throw out what my initial thought was going into this, knowing we were doing this week. Role reversal. Our main character is a skeleton in a dungeon, and the monster is the adventuring party that is coming in to sack it. This is a very basic idea. Probably going to get turned down.
I am not against it, but
it's definitely a little bit of a weird one.
What motivation does a skeleton have? They're already dead.
That's fair.
They're dead.
And now that I see the sin, I'm like, what would a skeleton sin be to let a party in the dungeon?
I mean, the sin could be he's coveting something that the party wants. But just going off, I'm trying to think of unique areas I haven't seen horror movies in, and my first thought is amusement park.
I was about to say a theme park.
Because I remember a Goosebumps book taking place in a theme park, and then there's Zombieland. That's kind of not a horror movie.
Yeah, it's not really a horror movie.
Yeah, it's creepy comedy. That has a big amusement park scene, but I like immediately I'm just like, oh, abandoned creepy amusement park. That I'm just gonna throw out there right now. The animatronics are not coming to life. We're not doing a Five Nights at Freddy's.
Dear God, no! Please stop. All right.
Are you still looking at this ring stuff, Donna?
Yes, I am, because I'm just like, I swear it was the same fucking park.
Okay. I love amusement park. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay. I'm listening. So we're setting it into an amusement park.
Do we just do real old school horror? It's a bunch of teenagers in this creepy ass amusement park.
I was thinking. My next thought kind of comes to a video game. I have not played this video game, but I want to. It's called Stalker.
FNAF.
No, it's called Five Nights at Freddy's. No, it's a video game called Stalker: Ghosts of Pripyat, and it is set in Chernobyl. And you are a radioactive waste management worker. I got a weird accent in the middle of saying it. You are a radioactive waste management worker who goes to the Chernobyl site and finds these mutated horrors that you have to kill over the course of the game. And it's survival horror. You're very low on ammo and batteries for your flashlight and all these other things, and you have to deal with the radiation of Chernobyl. It's a neat thing, but this should not be in Chernobyl. There are plenty of Chernobyl horrors out there, as well as the fact that Chernobyl itself was a horrifying fucking story.
Yes. Here's my just off the brain thinking and rambling of young cocky cop is chasing somebody who just robbed a bank or a jewelry store or something, and the bad guy jumps the fence of this amusement park. The cop's partner is like, I can't get over that fence. So the one young cop goes alone and they get trapped in this creepy whatever amusement park all night together. It ends up being kind of buddy cop of a cop and a robber are stuck trying to survive this amusement park together.
Interesting. But what would the monster end up being is the question.
See, that's the thing. We have to think, all right, are we wanting to go paranormal of there's something here? Are you wanting to go ultra humanity where it is a serial killer that has shut up shop here?
I would rather not go paranormal.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of paranormal in the market already. Okay. There's a lot of ghosts and poltergeists and stuff.
Are we wanting to go blood and gore, or are we wanting to go creepy?
See, here's what I wanted to do.
I have a suggestion if we want to go the Saw route, not trial by but not giving a shit about the blood gore. Maybe what's the one movie where they ended up actually having real human bones on set?
So many.
There's a lot. You don't even realize.
The Exorcist or whatever.
Oh yeah, The Exorcist.
Oh yeah, The Exorcist definitely.
Yeah, famously had the real skeleton.
Yeah. I like the idea of amusement park.
Why doesn't the person's skeleton get credited as an actor?
I think that was maybe I don't know, a thing about that, but so here's the thought process. So I have two things. If we want to go with the creepy but not as bloody and gory, kids are out, these teens, young adults, whatever, they're out freaking out in the woods, and they stumble upon a creepy old abandoned amusement park in the woods, one of the old ones. Someone set it up themselves.
Yeah.
It's not running, but there are what seem to be dolls in every single one of the seats. There's a few that are empty. They find that if they press the button, it can start. As it goes farther and farther along the story, they start to see things. They start to think that the dolls are moving, and they see one or two that keep ending up right next to them, are very close, and are constantly moving throughout it. They are enjoying the amusement park, having fun, and eventually they find out that the dolls are just reskinned people.
Okay.
Or it's a psychological horror. They start thinking maybe they're alive. What the fuck's going on? not somebody might be there fucking with them. It's kind of got like the boy vibes.
Yeah, almost like Toy Maker from Batman. If
Mhm.
everyone gets that reference.
Oh
like,
God,
but-
yeah.
But like the
Who was
first couple,
voiced
like,
by Weird Al in the newest Batman movie.
What the
Really?
fuck?
Weird Al voiced the Toy Maker. Yeah,
I didn't
Oh,
watch
that's
the newest
weird.
Batman.
it's the
it's on-
animated like Batman movie.
Right.
I think that one was Batman and Bat
That's weird,
Family.
isn't-
It's the one with Damien.
Am I thinking of like the wrong? Because
Red
usually Mark
Hood?
Hamill does the toy maker, doesn't he?
Mark Hammer does.
Mark Hammer.
Mark Hamill. Oh God. He does the Joker. He also does the Trickster.
That's yeah.
Yeah, the Trickster.
Mark Hammer.
So-
Okay. All I have right now is amusement park.
Yes.
But,
We're,
like,
dan-
that's
we're
my-
kind of
that's
dancing all
my
over the
throw in
place.
hat. It could also be that like things go like the way that they find out that the bodies are actually real is that the like one
Oh,
of the
put-
things go crazy and it fucking blows some of the bodies apart and it just ends up being a bloody gory mess.
Mannequins and seats / at attractions.
By the way,
Attractions.
you're right, Dadley. They are completely different. Why the
Yeah.
fuck I thought? Because I literally looked at both their pictures and it's like they look like the same fucking person.
Psych horror mannequins
The
and
way
seats
that
are at
they have her
attractions
hair,
with.
it makes her look like the boy.
Okay.
It fucks with my brain. So yeah, I was wrong on that.
If we don't want to go paranormal route,
With slow introduction of hallucinogenic enjoyment.
Oh, I
of
like the idea of hallucinogenic
broken
enjoyment.
rides.
Like,
Broken rides.
what if like
if
the
we-
landscape.
Ooh, my brain just
So-
went like hallucinogenic, like mushrooms that are spewing
So-
out spores and shit. You could fuck with them like that.
Like myconids?
Tired of-
Ugh.
and instead of like the monsters, the nature itself.
Hmm. That's kind of what I was wondering, was like how, like, what if the, like, if you want to go down this psych horror route of like
Oh,
they're
there's somebody
slowly
moving
like
the dolls around.
right.
Like, it's their fucking thing. Like they like during the daytime, these kids are playing around and whatnot, and then they go back to their campground. And at night, the guy comes in, he plays with his toys. And then we'll discover that they are there.
I just don't know. But
and
the thing is, are
we'll
we gonna
add to
follow
his collection?
like if we're following the kids, then what's the
It's their experience of like what the fuck's going on.
I feel like we're going towards passive antagonism versus active antagonism, and
Is that what we're
horror,
looking for, is active?
horror, and Monster
Horror
in the
is-
House are very
Yeah.
active antagonism. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
then I'm
there is
thinking
there's a very
thriller, not
active like
horror.
you're
Yeah.
you're thinking psych thriller, so it's a fun idea. I like the idea, but it's
Shit.
it's also like more it's also more of a
So-
mystery type
Yeah.
thing.
Then
Oh,
maybe
my
we
internet.
hold
Oh,
that
God.
off for like when we do that.
Here's my, if we don't want to go paranormal, but we
So
want to
let's-
keep it in a theme park, here's my like 2 quick pitches of
Let me just
this
do a
has been the
card.
stomping grounds. Yeah.
Let me just do a card
This is-
down here. You talk.
This has been, so my 2 quick pitches of non-paranormal, what the fuck can happen in this
Mhm.
amusement park, is either this has been the stomping grounds for some sort of serial killer that they've been hunting, which would be awesome because the cop would have information. You can go into this and start seeing the signs of like, oh, that is what this
Charge
serial killer
complete.
has been leaving. Or make this kind of more of a bustling area or like a port area or something where it's easy to get things in and out. And the cartel gang, whatever you want to call it, has been using this as like a underground trafficking area. So like human trafficking, drug trafficking. So there would be fucked up shit happening all around, and you never know where people could be hidden. Not
Is
hiding
Dr.
from you.
Is
hidden.
Dr.
Mhm.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde like a monster in the house?
Yes. That
I
is a
like-
very unique monster in the house because the
Mhm.
house is you.
The house is
Um,
the main character.
I honestly like that kind of a vibe, and I think like the idea
Lair
of like
of a serial
searching
killer,
for a
a
serial
busy
killer,
area
and
for
it ends
black
up
market.
being the fucking detective himself. Just with like
Wait. All right, little bit of supernatural. We could science bullshit it if we didn't want to go supernatural, paranormal route. Pod Piper vibes. People have been like unknowingly being lured to this amusement park, and somebody is looking for someone that is brought there. Of like, this is their last known whereabouts. People saw them heading towards this direction or something. So it's like a big brother looking for their little sister at this amusement park at night. And so there will be weird kind of zombie-like people there. We can have it be the hallucinogenic drugs controlling them or something like that.
Okay. So, searching for missing person.
My thing with that is that like
to other
they only go so far
people,
and how far like people can understand. It's just like, because you're not going to be gone 24 hours.
Okay.
On a hallucinogenic drug.
There is a zombie drug right now, though. Like there is, voodoo witch doctor shit. If you believe in it. There has been confirmed cases of some sort of hallucinogenic completely turning you zombified, and then downtown Philadelphia is getting whacked with a drug they're calling zombie drug right now. You look at videos of downtown Philadelphia, it's hundreds of people limping around the streets because this drug gets you high, but also rots your limbs.
Oh my God.
It's a massive pandemic
Because it shuts
right
down. Because what certain drugs will do is that they shut down your veins, and they just like your veins collapse, and then it rots the skin because your brain, it shuts down your limbs, it rots, it just fucking falls off your body. Don't do drugs, kids.
No, please don't.
And be careful about the ones the doctors give you too.
None of these are all like good bounce off the wall like type thing to see what sticks, but all of these for me so far have bounced. None of them have stuck with me. They're just kind of like, I don't know if this is
I like big city. I like the idea of big city detective trying to narrow down a serial killer, but it ends up being like it would be way too. I don't like the idea of like multiple personality using that.
No,
deemed as like an evil thing.
Yeah,
but like I do like the idea of like a hallucinogenic being put into it. You know how carbon monoxide poisoning can make you fucking do crazy shit.
Yep.
See, that's
maybe
kind of
like
where I want to go
at
with
night.
this.
Yeah, I feel like it. I feel like the detective has a leak within their own building.
Right, like
and they're always exhausted. There's somebody that drinks coffee like crazy. They smoke. You find them constantly throughout the movie passing out and waking up, or being caught sleeping, and that's like the big running joke. Is just like sleeping on the job. It's like, oh, I got a rough night's sleep. I woke up with a couple bruises. I'm walking around too damn much in my own building. Yeah, and it turns out that they are the
carbon monoxide poisoning.
No, it turns out that they end up following all the notes and everything, and they keep finding, and they end up finding out that they are
the sin, carbon monoxide poisoning.
Actually, that would be a solid sin, because the sin would be like corporate neglect. We could have scenes where the owner of the building or whatever is like, it's fine, you don't gotta fucking worry about it. Like
slothfulness.
It doesn't have to be one of the 7 deadly sins.
Oh, okay, cool.
It could be. We honestly.
I mean, it goes down to that. It's like, I don't want to fucking do it. Like, you can narrow shit down to 7 deadly sins.
You know, all right, really quick, because you made me think about it. Did either of you watch Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
I did not.
All right, Sloth in Full Metal Alchemist fucking confused me, Dono.
Yeah?
I'm like, how is he Sloth? The biggest, fucking strongest one is Sloth. And I had to look it up.
Oh, okay.
What were you gonna say? I'm curious.
I was gonna say because he doesn't ever want to work, but he only works when you give him it's a duty to do, and he does it for the father. You won't fucking. He's too lazy to go and do something else. He's just like,
it's the sin is wasted potential. All right, so Dippy, you said you were leaning more towards something like this. What you got?
I just feel like I love an amusement park. A lot of this has been abandoned amusement park. I don't see it necessarily being abandoned. I see it more as like an active amusement park. Like all the
And people
kids
are
and all
going missing?
the kids and all the families are walking around enjoying the fun of the fun of the fair, the fun of the park, right? But this guy, whoever this guy is like tailing someone, and they tail them into the park. And
Wait. Pause.
Dono, I love you. Let Dippy finish his thought.
sorry.
You keep bouncing it.
I'm sorry.
you
I'm so
also
sorry.
keep
You're good,
like
you're
cutting off my thoughts, Donna.
Okay, go.
So-
Sorry.
So it's almost like this. It's almost like this detective or this cop or whoever it is. And I also am not a huge fan of like the cop being the protagonist here. Like not for any reason in particular other than I feel like we could be more creative than just a cop as a protagonist. Okay. Because how many monster movies have you thought of where the police are like involved and they don't do anything? They don't believe the main character when they talk about the monster.
That is fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I would think that this is some kind of, I feel like we have to come up with the monster, the house, and the sin before we expand on any of it. So I love amusement park and corporate neglect as the house and the sin, but what's the monster? Like, what is it? Because if there is if the monster's supposed to be a character most of the time, right?
Most of the time,
or something
yeah.
like that, you know?
I mean, yeah, like you look at, there's a lot of monster movies where they're not really a character. They're more of like Jaws. The Sark is kind of a character.
Or It Comes at Night.
It Comes at Night.
It Comes at Night was a really strange one for me because I was like, what is it? Are we gonna see it? No, it is just doubt. It is sowed internal doubt between groups trying to survive it's a post-apocalypse. We don't ever see post-apocalypse other than what they do for themselves. And it's just like, it comes at night. I personally didn't like that the It in It Comes at Night was not a thing. I wanted there to be a thing in the woods that like came after these people, which leads me to the opposite end of that spectrum, Smile. I did not like the ending of Smile because it turned into a tragedy in the last 3 minutes.
Yep.
Like,
or
like
I was gonna say,
all this build up, and you think that they finally like ended the traumatic cycle that keeps the Smile monster like alive, right? Spoilers for these movies that I've mentioned, by the way. Sorry, but Smile ends in such a dumb way. Do you care?
No.
Smile
I
ends
like
so
a really bad
so the
horror
Smile
movie.
so throughout the course of the movie begins with a therapist taking in a patient who claims to be seeing things and hearing voices and all these other stuff. And I think you see it in the trailer that her patient has this big old grin across her face and then slashes her neck with a piece of porcelain in her office. And what this turns into is it is like a demon, the Smile demon. And the Smile demon preys on trauma. So it infects a person and it causes them to hallucinate, to do things, to see things, to hear things that keep them awake, that cause more internal trauma, that cause them to do things they wouldn't normally do. In the middle of the movie, she packs up a present for a child's birthday party for her that is like a child that's a friend of her kid, and instead of the present being a choo-choo train that she buys at the store, the present is her dead cat. It's really disturbing, and it's really awful that nobody believes this woman at all over anything, over any course of this movie. It's so frustrating and builds up this frustration to the point where she learns what it is, she learns how to deal with it, she goes to a cabin in the woods, literally a cabin in the woods, to end the cycle once and for all, and she does, and then oops, it didn't end at all. It was a vision created by the Smile demon to give you hope that you ended it. And this other character that she met in the middle of the movie, who is a cop who does believe her, is stupid enough to check on her and to continue the curse, because the monster consumes her whole and creates the next cycle by lighting herself on fire in front of cop dude. And the movie just ends. And it's it was really creepy, and it like jumps you at the right times. It is a scary ass movie, but it ends on such a sour, tragic note that it's just like, I feel like my mom put it best when she says, what happened to the movies where the good guys win? And I think we're going through this not renaissance, but this new wave of thinking about movies where not every story has to be a heroic outcome. Not every story has to be a positive, heroic ending. Like the winner triumphs, like the good guy triumphs over the bad guy wholly and completely. There has to be some element of tragedy involved where either the main character dies or the main character's like best friend or lover or their family or their house burns down or something happens. That means that means it's a hollow victory. I want this movie to be, there is a monster. It doesn't have to be a literal monster, but there's a monster that is defeated by the end. Just because I don't want there to be like,
I don't feel like that would be, I don't like old school movies. It was kind of like that, but like even with Nightmare on Elm Street, the very first one, when they defeat Freddy, it's only like the sin is like sex and last person that survives is a virgin.
I mean, yeah, like,
Freddy still comes back. That's part of the thing of like having a monster, is that it's still there. It becomes this thing where it's like kids can go to school,
which turns into,
hear about that?
Do we want this to be a repetitive
like
monster?
Bloody Mary.
Hello.
I don't know.
Do we want to make another movie with whatever this monster ends up being in it? Like, I don't. Well,
yeah.
Not for the sake of the series.
And
but.
like the part of like, take Scream for example. The monster technically, like, he's gone every single time. It's just what it is that it's always set in the future. So it's a critique of like current times and where we're heading. So somebody else can pick up the monster and be the monster. It's never just like one person that is it. It's just,
I mean, that's fair.
So what we could do, like, even if we kill the monster, he's like, there's it, he, they, her, it may come back,
whatever it is. Like, but I want it to be where whatever the monster is in this movie, it can either come back as something else in a potential sequel, or it doesn't come back. Like, it's just, this is the one movie that we make of this.
Kind of leaves the door open just a crack.
Yeah, for something. I don't, like, I was explaining this to Donna when you stepped away, Deadly.
Yes.
About this new way of thinking where everybody's like, oh, you can't just have a heroic ending to a story. You can't just have the main character defeat the villain, like, outright. They have to, like, there has to be some element of tragedy by the end. Like, in Smile, you know, you think they defeat the villain, but then they don't defeat the villain at all, and the villain just wins outright, and it turns into this outright tragedy. Like,
I did want to pitch this as an idea because I was watching Jumanji, like the original old one.
The original.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
great movie.
At the beginning of Jumanji, it shows kids burying Jumanji.
Yes.
I'm like, where's that movie? That's a horror movie. Imagine being a kid in like the 1850s, finding this and just going through it all.
So,
or like the 1920s. That's
wait a second. Movie. Maybe we have something there. Hold on.
Let's write the prequel to Jumanji.
I don't know about that specifically, but amusement park board game? Like, a la Mousetrap? Like, what about the next... What about the... What if we made the Mousetrap movie? There's no way. No. Okay, here's where I was thinking with it, because I just thought back to...
It's mice getting their revenge.
I just thought about Jumanji and that made me think of Zathura, another movie that I fucking loved, where these kids are playing... Where the kids are playing a board game, and the board game influences the environment around them, so the house is a board game that they're playing. And the sin is that they started playing it. Like,
I recently learned Zathura. I thought when that movie was made, it was like, let's do Jumanji in space. Kinda. It's based off a book that's written by the same author of the dude that wrote Jumanji.
yeah.
Wow.
I had no idea.
There you go. That guy found his niche. All right. So what if? So Zathura and Jumanji are like very comedic movies in general. Hello. Oh yes, yes. Thank you. So this is my lovely mother. Hello.
Hello.
We're talking about what we want to do for the horror movie for Saving Cats. And I just posited the idea, you know, Zathura and Jumanji, where they're like playing the board game and the board game influences the world around them. Jokingly, I said Mousetrap the movie, but like if you horror elements in like the main characters could very easily be mice.
Completely frightening, large, incredibly.
Like just all these elaborate traps, like
right.
all these elaborate traps that are set up, and they just like I don't know. Like
maybe like a dungeon that you have to go through to get out.
And they encounter mice along the way?
No, I like the main characters are just mice from the start. Like it's CG animated mice. Like
oh, I'm not here for that. I'm gonna
not here for that. No. I don't know.
What sin does a mouse make?
Nothing.
Existing. No. What it's, but I really want to go down this road of like I like this road that we just stumbled across.
I'm gonna be real. I think we pocket the mousetrap idea because that fits under a lot of other ones as well. It doesn't have to be a horror movie.
They do need to make a horror film prequel of Jumanji. Like, what the fuck did those kids go through? I want to know. That, like, because they look so fucking scared. And like, watch the beginning of Jumanji. It's on Netflix right now. Those kids look so goddamn scared.
Maybe we pocket that idea for when we finish all the other movies and we just start doing this again of random ideas we have.
Yeah. Mousetrap the movie.
Also,
right, we'll put that over here.
Dippy, I know you said that you don't want like the police to be like the bad guy because they don't do anything,
or the main character necessarily.
But like my idea was that the cop is able to go and like kill at the amusement park or like kidnap or whatever, or do his whole thing merely because he is an officer, and when he shows up in his like carbonated or like carbon dioxide phase, none of the other cops question why he's there because he's like the head of it.
This is just Scarecrow from the Batman films. That's just Scarecrow.
Only he's affecting his own shit.
I like this idea that sparked from Zathura of my god, the environment is changing. I want to do a
board game horror movie now.
Yeah.
So I was going to pitch fucking tarot cards instead of a board game.
See, that's like delving into paranormal stuff again, because that's like
what about
tarot reading and like Ouija boards. We are not doing
a horror movie without any paranormal.
Question.
That's fair, but also
actually,
like
May I?
Yes.
This is something that Dippy could get as well. Coin flip. Test your luck. That's what the people are dealing with. It's a real life game of coin flip.
Oh,
isn't that what? Didn't they make a movie about that recently called Dare? Like I Dare You or something like that?
They've made some movies like that before. I also remember a episode of Sherlock like that.
All right, so amusement park, we love you, but we're kind of moving to a more outside concept that we're thinking about here.
Coin flip idea, like just literally your killer is a coin flipper.
12 Angry Men? Okay. No, not 12 Angry Men. No Country for Old Men.
Yes.
How much have you ever lost that coin toss?
Watch that movie. And
oh my god, phenomenal movie.
Phenomenal movie. Yeah.
What?
There's so many horror. I wasn't a big horror buff growing up.
What board game? I mean, we could do Mousetrap. All right, wait. Okay.
Wait. Haunting of Hill House. Or the what is the board game? The something at the like something in the house on the hill.
Yes.
I mean, that would turn into Clue, though, wouldn't it? Like,
Yeah, that's
we
Clue.
would just
Yeah.
make like
Is
a
it-
Clue horror movie again.
Wait, is Evil Dead just like a board game horror? Because they have to like read the rule book.
It,
You might have landed on something there.
what? Okay, I'm looking up just list of famous board games. A game of Scrabble that everything you write on the board is coming to hunt you down.
Was it? Oh God. See, there's this book. Okay, hold on. Let me draw from an inspiration from a very vague childhood memory I had one time. There was a book called Ella Minnow P. Ella, E-L-L-A, Minnow, M-I-N-N-O-W, P-P-E-A. And it was written in the style of a diary of a girl who lives in a town called Letteropolis, or Letter, like it was something to do with, and the whole draw was there is a
The
statue.
Island of
Nolip?
Nolip.
Whatever it is that there is a statue in the center of town with an anagram on it. A sentence that contains every letter of the alphabet. And in this case, it's the statue just has the words, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And the paranormal rule of that town is that if a letter falls off the statue, it is illegal to use that letter in everyday speech for the rest of time. Like you, and and the statue has finally reached the point where it's rotting and decaying, and letters are falling off of it. And as the book progresses, you notice that after like one of the first days, the letter Z and lazy fell off of the sign, so they can't use the letter Z in any of their writing anymore. And it's not noticeable at first, but then you get to like the end of the book and it's just gibberish. It's just nonsense. Where people are speaking in like just this outer world, like just like, because there's like almost no letters left. It would be an exercise in creative writing by eliminating letters as the movie progressed.
What
But
if we did Werewolf, like the game Werewolf?
there's a few movies
There's
that have
so
come out
many. Knives Out.
recently.
Yeah.
Knives Out is just a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Werewolf's just a murder
Candyland
mystery. I was also gonna say Candyland.
or Dominoes.
Domino board
Connect
game.
4.
What about Sorry?
Wait a minute. There is a block of houses. There's a block of houses, and all the neighborhood kids like live on this city block. Hold on a second. There's a block of houses, and the neighborhood kids that live in them are all kind of like out for whatever occasion, like Halloween or whatever it is. Could be Halloween. I mean, it is Dapperween after all.
I'll be right back.
And there, all of a sudden, there's like this. Well, but in Sorry, all the pieces are going after each other. All the families are going after each other. So the monster would be 4 different families, all trying to chase after one another on this city block.
I like the idea of doing something with chess. Of like,
The house is chess.
no, like it is a group of people for whatever reason.
Mhm.
Or like oh fuck. I'm trying my best not to rip off of other things too much. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because like my first thought is like we could just have like white team and black team. We'd come up with different colors.
Mhm.
Like stuck on an island by a bunch of billionaires betting on who lives, and then having like all the pawns dying.
Oh my god. Oh.
Isn't that,
I hadn't even
didn't they make a movie recently called or it was based on The Most Dangerous Game? They made a movie called The Game or
Yeah,
whatever it was,
yeah,
and it
with
was
Liam
like
Hemsworth.
people
Yeah.
hunting people for sport, And people were very upset about it because it was like, oh, the rich working class is hunting like lower class people for fun, for no other reason than like it's just for kicks. And what kind of message is this gonna send?
I have an idea of a movie a long time ago, and I'd like
sure,
because you guys just kind of remind me of
anything to get us sent down a rabbit, anything to get us sent down a hole we can actually follow for the rest of this.
Okay. Rich dude loves hunting. Okay.
Okay.
He is a well-known researcher. He is known to like speak many different tribe languages. He's like a well-known individual within the science community. He has a kick. He loves to find native like tribes that are not been discovered yet and make it so they never get discovered by killing everyone.
That's
really depressing.
It is really depressing, but but like I want like the movie where the tribe is able to overcome them.
I feel like that could be something. I mean, the monster being a genocidal scientific explorer in the early 1800s.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot from the hip and say I feel like we're too white to write that.
Yeah, probably. Also,
Ash in the chat says Hungry Hippo board game.
Hungry Hippo. Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure.
Wait, who was? Oh my god, who was the massive drug dealer in
El
Colombia?
Chapo?
El Chapo had so many hippos on his property that after he died, they now live in Colombia and they don't know what to do with these hippos. It could be like a horror movie, like cocaine hippos.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I was like, isn't Cocaine Bear like the best modern example of monster in the house you could possibly ask for?
It is honestly so good. It's
honestly, yes. Wait, Cocaine Bear is a great fucking example.
The house. Okay, hold on.
Colombia.
Picture this: the house. A Pan American.
Yeah, heroin shark.
Pan American drug billionaire den.
It's hippo.
Pan American drug billionaire den.
Or meth hippo. Sorry.
Meth hippos. The monster.
Cocaine hippos.
The monster. Several large wild hippos.
Are hippos endangered?
No,
they're not endangered, are they?
They're like the top of the species.
I don't think they're also people don't hunt
can.
hippos. So you hear about all these people like hunting lions and hunting tigers and hunting like all these other like predator animals for like trophies. Hippos are not hunted because they are so fucking dangerous.
Actually no, they are right above endangered. They are in the vulnerable category.
They're invulnerable?
Right
they are?
Which, yes,
oh, I didn't realize that.
Is it because of hunting or is it because they just don't fuck?
I don't know.
Several large feral hippos.
Panda's problem is that they just don't fuck.
Pan American drug billionaire den. And this would bring back like the ATF. This would bring back like, okay, wait a second. Hold on. This is a way to get an authority figure back in as the main guy. They finally cracked down like the DEA Uno horror movie. The ride never ends.
Dude, no, I have pitched an idea for a movie before where everybody, like, you play a game of Uno and all the cards do something weird to the environment around you, actually enough. Like, the reverse card turns you into a child again.
Oh, God.
And plus 4 takes away 4 years from your life and shit. Yeah.
I don't know about that. That could be like...
No. That feels like a parody of Jumanji.
Yeah, like, that feels like a parody. It also feels like a short film.
Yes.
Several Pan American drug billionaire den. Several large feral hippos are the monster.
Also, I was wrong. There's 2 species of hippos. One of them is vulnerable, and one of them is on the endangered list.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Well, how about that? The sin is attempting to contain nature.
Did you know
Well,
that there's
no,
more...
it could be a double because
Attempting to contain slash revert nature.
It could like be like 2 people or a group of people, and maybe 1 or 2 of them is like just fucking kill the hippos, and the other ones are like, no, they're on the endangered list.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is like,
my
this
God,
is okay. Okay, we finally have a direction. Oh my God. Okay, so we have
Can both of them just be dumb as fuck?
the DEA and
Like,
the
where it's just like, save the
EPA.
hippos, and then those people just get eaten because it's funny.
Right. So we have
Not
the
to say like we shouldn't save the hippos, but it's just like
exactly. You know, okay, so
Dude, it could be one of their stupid protests. Like, I don't mean to talk shit on climate activists, but some of y'all do some stupid protests.
yeah.
So one of them could be they knew the FBI was raiding this house to eliminate the hippos, and the fucking protesters locked themselves in the house with the EPA or the DEA.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. So we have DEA agents, WWF representatives, the group that most of the videos are about, the people that threw soup on the wildflowers painting.
Yeah.
That group is called No More Oil, and they're a climate activist about like, oh, we need to stop all this like carbon dioxide. We need to reduce our carbon footprint. We need to do all the, and they do it by just making the loudest and most obnoxious noises possible in social media, like desecrating a sacred like Van Gogh painting that is priceless and worth millions and billions of dollars, and then super gluing their hand to the wall and saying like, you guys need to stop driving cars. And then they're like, okay, do you have a solution? Also, are you gonna pay for that $1 billion painting? Like,
I want to stress 2 things with this
Yeah.
really quick because I'm a Van Gogh nut. Van Gogh's not the person you fucking go after. He was a poor ass man his entire life.
Yeah.
And 2, thankfully, it was behind
Also-
glass and the painting was not damaged.
Okay, that's
Also, don't go after people
Oh,
because they
jeez.
drive cars. People like their cars emit less emissions than most not fucking $1 billion companies. Like
You don't see us
my
flying
carbon.
private jets.
Yeah, my carbon
Okay,
footprint is so
this
small you can barely see it.
This is turning
okay?
this is turning more and more into board game horror, because you know how there are some movies that are just based off of board games like Battleship. Like the kids aren't playing the game at the start of Battleship. It's just Battleship is assumed you are in the world of Battleship now.
Yes.
Now we are in the world of Hungry Hungry Hippos, and all the marbles are people, like different people that the
Yes.
hippos are eating, and at the end of the movie the hippos have eaten everybody. I know I was talking about like we need a movie where the good guys triumph over the
Oh
monster,
my God, we need to have
but
the last scene out is just the 4 hippos sitting in a room, and one of the heads is like falling, and there's
Now, you want the good guys to triumph. What happens is the last 5 minutes of the movie, this is pure MacGuffin, I don't give a
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
The end of the movie, Steve Irwin's son kicks open the door. and he's
Robert
like,
Irwin.
Oi, Robert Irwin. He's just like, oi, hippos, come on. And they just follow him like nothing. They're like, oh, we like this dude.
Yeah.
he's got some good brains, my guy.
So then we have the DEA agents, the World Wildlife Fund representatives, the environmental protesters, and Robert Irwin.
Robert Irwin.
Oh my God. That is fucking incredible.
No, I do really like the idea that, like, this was all
And now we have our what if question. What if Hungry Hungry? What if? Oh my God, I wish I could spell. What if Hungry Hungry Hippos, but real? What if Hungry Hungry Hippos was real? Was no? What if Hungry Hungry Hippos was based on a true story that
Hungry
nobody
Hungry
ever knew
Hippos ended
about?
up being hangry hippos.
That's what we call it, hangry.
That nobody knew about.
I think we all.
What if
all
Hungry
big
Hungry
thank you
Hippos
to
was based on
Ashley
a true
for
story that
pitching Hungry
nobody
Hungry
knew
Hippos.
about? The title of this movie is Hangry Hangry Hippos. Where the fucking? Oh shit.
Ring
No.
my fuck shit.
Oh yeah, the Google account that I used to sign up for Writer Duet, it needed a first name and a last name, so my first name is fuck, my last name is shit. Don't read into it too much.
We all know Dippy has a burner Google account now.
Yeah, I have 4.
Oh shit.
It's ridiculous. by no
Donald D. Jenkins.
Dapper D's. There we go. Okay, so boop. There we go. And right, and then not share. Save.
Alright.
Save project. Okay. So hangry hippos. The monster. 4 large feral hippos in brackets, possibly on lots of drugs.
What if it's just like they haven't been fed because the people ran out or they left?
Yeah.
And they left the hippos.
4 large
hippos,
feral
and like
neglected hippos.
and the DEA like they think that the people are there, and they're just like, yeah, there's movement within the house.
Previously neglected.
My God, yes, that's why they're doing the invasion. They think there's activity in the house. They've seen activity in the house, so they think the drug lord's
the
there.
first scene of the movie is the drug lord like sitting in his throne. Like there has to be a throne room in this house, right? And they're sitting on their
each one of
throne,
the
and they
hippos
like
have, a
have
different
like some of their
color
product. They have
that's like connected to like which color hippo it is. Sorry to interrupt, but I
yeah.
just
There's
didn't-
yellow.
yes.
Yeah. There's what are the hippo colors? There's yellow, green, blue, and red.
I think it's yellow, pink,
Yellow, pink, green, and blue.
purple.
Purple. Hold on.
Look it up.
Hungry.
It's very
Orange,
hippos.
blue, green, and yellow.
Okay.
Orange, blue, green, and yellow. This
Yeah.
one has orange, yellow, pink, and green.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I was thinking pink.
There's different versions, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
This one's orange, yellow, blue, and green. So the classic, I get. That's
No,
the
not
poster.
classic.
That's the
not
poster.
classic.
I looked up the first box of Hungry Hippos, and it is yellow, orange, pink, and green.
Yep, yellow,
Because it
orange,
used to
pink,
be
and
a red.
green. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. There's
I
the
used to play
classic
Hungry
right
Hungry.
there. So,
remember-
and those
I
are all
remember
pretty
when
close to
Hungry
like
Hippos
those are all
came
pretty
out.
close to regular hippo colors anyway.
Fuck 'em all.
Like except green. Like green could be like an algae covered hippo.
Guys,
Green's
I'm
the hippo
s-
swimming in the algae-filled pool that you can't see.
Exactly. Oh my god, we're coming up with this so much better. This is where
so
I
much
wanted
better
us to
than
end
what
up.
we had, like,
This is where I wanted us to end up. This is where I wanted us to end up was something that just blew every concept you had of a monster movie out of the water. And Cocaine Bear did that. We're gonna do that and combine it with board game horror with Hungry Hippos. So hangry hippos. We have
I honestly
yellow.
don't think the hippos need to be on any kind of drugs. Maybe it
Yeah,
would be
no,
funny
definitely
if it
not.
was marijuana.
We have yellow, we have blue, we have pink.
So
No, we
it's
don't have
just
blue.
like
What am I talking
they've
about?
got
We
the
have
munchies.
yellow, we have orange, we have pink, and we have green. Okay, and those are the 4 hippos. We have the house, Pan American Drug
What
Billionaire
is
Den.
those colors in like Spanish?
Well, gold would be oro. So we have oro for gold or yellow. Orange in Spanish is naranja. So
I have a freaking translator on my phone. Why don't I just
pink
use that?
is rosa, which is a great name for a hippo, and green
It
is verde. Verde. So
yeah, we
oro, naranja, rosa, and verde. The 4 hungry hippos that
I
were all.
love this. I love
What
this
if
so
the
much.
cat is a tiger? The cat is a tiger that's also trapped in the house, and
it's,
there's
no. It's before you get into the house. There's like this giant fucking tiger
Yeah,
that's by the front
and
door.
it's chain
that-
and like
Yes. Whoever we're following throughout the movie is like
Oh, we're
nobody's
following
wanted-
all these people except Robert Irwin at the end.
Robert Irwin is just like a
Robert Irwin is the MacGuffin. Like,
it's like at the beginning of the movie they're giving the briefing and they're just like, so you know, there are 4 hippos, we've got a specialist coming in and he'll be here in a couple hours, just stay away from him for right now, but get these motherfuckers. And the very end is like just Robert
the special
Irwin's
agent
like,
just
"All right,
shows up and
Riley."
it's like Robert Irwin. All right, we're finally here to take care of these wild hippos that have been neglected by their owner, famed drug lord something. What's the drug lord's name? It's not El Chapo, obviously, but
what is El Board Game?
El Board Game.
Wait. Who made Hungry Hippos?
Milton Bradley.
Milton.
Is it Milton Bradley? It is Milton Bradley. It's
okay.
Drug lord in quotes. Milton Bradley. Drug lord Milton Bradley.
What? All right, drug lord name Bradton Miltley.
Bradton Miltley.
We need to have it be like
Brad
Spanish.
Miltley.
Brad Miltley.
Milton Brad. Milt Brad. Mill Brad.
Milton Brad.
Mill Brad. Okay, we're falling a little behind here.
Yeah. Whatever. We can change the name later.
Milton. Milton is such a weird name. Okay.
We're at drug lord Milton.
Milton. Drug lord Milton. You say his name, you die in 3 days. Milton.
All right, so the inciting incident would be DEA is sweeping this place. Protesters know that there's animals in there, and they lock themselves in with the DEA.
So we'll describe the plot in the sin, right? So DEA
the sin,
agents are seen converging on the house. Well, I guess not. That's like the beginning of the script. DEA
what if
agents.
The cat is, what if the cat is literally Robert Irwin saving the hippo at the end of the movie?
That has to happen in the
don't have anybody that's. Oh, it has to happen in the beginning.
So to be fair, the cat doesn't have to happen at all. That is not needed in every movie, and I can't think of a horror movie where there is a save a cat moment. If I'm being honest.
Sure that that's fine.
I'm sure there. Like I recently watched the remake of Friday the 13th.
Like it's part of the series, man. You gotta have a cat.
I can think of the remake of Friday the 13th. One of the main characters is seen putting up posters for his like missing sister. And that's kind of their save a cat moment where you immediately get endeared to that character of like, oh,
what if there was also just like, this is like a cavalcade, because Cocaine Bear, you follow, how many different people do you follow in Cocaine Bear? You follow a couple of park rangers, you follow a family, you follow a couple of hikers. At the very beginning, it's a couple of hikers. There's a family that is visiting the park. There's a family where the daughter visits the park against her mother's wishes. There are a couple of hoodlums. There are the dealers that are trying to retrieve the cocaine. There are the police that got tipped off to the cocaine being dropped in the area and trying to retrieve it as well. There's oh god, there's a couple of others.
To be honest, I did not see Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear is such a fantastic movie, though. Like, it's really fun. Yet. What if one of the people is just like a trophy hunter that's like hunting the hippos himself? But he it's just one dude, and he like watches these other people go into this mansion, and like, you know, he's gonna be like, you know, this is abandoned land. So if you're gonna stop me, you can't, because none of this shit belongs to you. But eventually it'll belong to me if I bag my kill. Like that kind of thing, right?
For this, because like we need expendable people.
Yeah.
Easy way to put that. Governments will hire hunters to go after like certain animals that may be considered things. You can just have like the local mayor be like, okay, I've hired you, you need to take care of these things, because who knows what's fucking happened to the hippos. They're not going to be part of the natural habitat, and we're not going to be able to make money off.
Yeah.
DEA agents, World Wildlife Fund representatives, environmental protesters, a hired trophy hunter. What if he was just hired by a different rich dude to just be like, if I had Otto's head on my wall, that would make me look dangerous to all the other drug dens. So maybe also involved in this is like rival drug den, like, or like rival, I don't know, rival drug gang cronies that are just like traveling to this island to like retrieve what they can of the material that was left behind when Milton died. So at the very beginning of the movie.
So
okay.
We are hitting a point where this is a lot of things to be happening on the same day.
I know, but that's like the whole draw of like Cocaine Bear, is that there's so many different threads that all connect to one animal that you just can't look away from how gruesome, because the Cocaine Bear does not kill all of the people in the movie. There are some kills that are attributed to people killing other people for their own purposes. And Cocaine Bear is like snappy, quick. Like you are moving on to the next person like really, really fast in a span of like 100 minutes. I imagine this is something like that.
A good job of introducing you to the characters. None of them are like taken away by, you know, the fact that it's like snappy.
Exactly.
Like, hey, this is the person, this is the thing.
Yeah.
That, like it's giving you all
very
this
natural.
In little bite-sized pieces that you can digest really well.
Extravagantly
by the
wealthy.
way, Cocaine Bear, you can watch it on Amazon Prime.
Extravagantly wealthy drug lord Milton 8-Ball Bradley.
Yes.
Milton 8-Ball Bradley, because Milton Bradley manufactured 8 Magic 8-Balls too, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
There you go. Milton 8-Ball.
Which was also going to be a pitch for Paranormal. Fucking.
They have to shake a Magic 8, like they shake a Magic 8-Ball and it comes up with like all these different answers, like not ones that are in the actual Magic 8-Ball, but it's like an actual truthful Magic 8-Ball. That's a great idea for another movie.
So this feels like writing the plot and whatnot is kind of easy. It's just make sure every character has their own motive.
Yeah.
And figure out how the fuck they die.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That shit like this is so easy to write. Like the actual full whatever of. So extravagantly wealthy drug lord Milton 8-Ball Bradley mysteriously maybe like big like multiple air quotes around mysteriously dies in his own multi-million dollar paradisical. What is the descriptive word for if something is like paradise?
I feel like that's right.
Paradisical, paradisic. Paradise adjective, right? That's what.
Yeah, paradisical. You got it right.
I did?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. He dies in his own multi-million dollar paradisical mansion on a private island in the Caribbean. Off the coast of what is the northernmost? Well, Venezuela would be the northernmost.
Yeah.
Off the coast of Venezuela. DEA agents, World Wildlife Fund representatives, environmental protesters, a hired trophy hunter, and Robert Irwin. No.
Robert, I feel like we should scrap Robert Irwin unless we're going more.
We should. Yeah, it's a funny idea, but also like.
Maybe that's like at the end of the.
That's
credits.
the post-credit scene. Yeah. So the last scene.
So the last
scene before the credits is the hippos like triumphantly chomping on one of the heads of the final people who are killed, and the people who got out got out. But the post-credit scene is Robert Irwin just shows up and is like, "All right, let's contain some hippos," and it's just like cut to black. I'm gonna put that in somewhere.
Post-credit scene feels like its own box.
Yeah, it kind of does. What if I just another little box, just a little box off here in the corner. Post credits. Robert Irwin shows up on a Coast Guard-esque boat. Claps his hands together and proclaims, all right, let's contain some beauties. In italics, properly.
I love that.
Cut
All right.
to black. We love that. We love that for Robert Irwin. Robert Irwin, please work this movie with us. Oh my god, unstable internet. All right. That's not how you spell Caribbean? Oh, two B's. One R, two B's. Okay. Extravagantly wealthy drug lord Milton 8-Ball Bradley mysteriously dies in his own multi-million-dollar paradisical mansion on a private island in the Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela. DEA agents, World Wildlife Fund representatives, environmental protesters, a hired trophy hunter, rival drug den cronies. What's the proper term? Like, what's just a guy? Henchman is a better word than crony. Henchman and others converge.
I like the idea that there has been like one guy squatting in this house, and he's like, "No, you have to learn."
He's like the mystic.
Hippos.
He's like the mystical like guy that one of the groups bumps into, and is just like, if you're gonna survive, and if you are going to survive in this house, you know, I have to know how to navigate around the hippos.
I got the fucking like the whole mansion has an elevator, and he's been living in the elevator constantly.
Yeah, like a dumbwaiter, like, or not a dumbwaiter, but like, you know, a little, like, not a, I guess a freight elevator.
Yeah. He's been living in it because they, like, nothing the hippos could do could get into that room. They can't break, like, it's the one room they can't break down the door.
Seemingly abandoned, expansive complex for their own reasons. Unknowing of the terrifying expansive, unknowing of the terrifying
Oh shit,
beasts
Dono, how long have you been on mute?
laden.
Oh, you're good. I just
And
realized because I was like, why are these guys ignoring my question?
Oops.
I like the idea that this is all happening like right at that edge, right before sunrise happens and whatnot, because that's when like DEA agents would fucking break down your goddamn door.
Do
and
we
shit
want
and
this
try
to
and get you.
happen at
And
night,
that's
though?
It's not like a nighttime film. It's like right when that sun is about to crest open, because they're trying to catch
Like
him
right
in
at the
his bed.
crack of dawn type
And
thing?
that would explain why, like, when you first come in, there's nobody in like the lobby of the mansion. It's just they're all kind of like asleep. Nothing's
They're
really
asleep.
happening.
Yeah, like so the movie starts at the
So they
crack of
don't
dawn
expect
when they're
people to
still
be
kind of
there.
asleep. Yeah.
I kind of actually like the flip of it, of it could be a nighttime film, and like the first kill could be somebody trying to find the breaker box to turn all the lights on.
Well, what if they kill the lights? Because they could do that. They could just like cut the electricity, like.
See,
the lights to the mansion.
my entire
That might be a
envisioning of
little
this,
too much of like a fixie.
my filmmaker's
like-
eye of this, sorry,
Yes.
my filmmaker's eye of this has been like golden yellows and like these like god rays of orange sunset or sunrise light cresting over the water of
You're
the
thinking
Caribbean
more-
Sea, like with Venezuela just
Okay.
like
You're
off in the
thinking
distance,
more-
like a coastline. Yeah, sorry.
I think you're thinking more Jurassic Park horror than
Which is totally, I'm down.
Which I
for
kind
that.
of am.
Jurassic
Like
Park
Cocaine
works as
Bear
well,
is
because you can get some good dark, like I feel like a lot of like it's going to be a lot of the hippos jumping out of nowhere,
Mhm.
kind of like how they are in the game.
Yeah.
I want there to be like water coming through like the different rooms. Like there might be an underground like river.
Oh,
that the
there
man
has to be.
constructed
Yeah.
that goes through certain types of rooms, and as they go into it, like they don't notice it because there's like greenery that grows, and it just kind of makes sense, and that's the area.
Half
But
of the
every
fun of
once in
this-
a while, you just see them go.
Yeah, half of the fun of
that.
this is just going to be building the fucking house. Like, this is
Yes.
going to be a huge place. Like, the extravagant wealth abound. Like, there's like an art room, and then a hippo just bursts through a painting that is like
Yeah.
leading to a secret room, and then like when the hippo is led out of that room by somebody else, then another group goes in and finds that this secret room is like a treasure hoard that held like all these other exotic things that the hippo ate because it was hungry, and like bones of like these other things, and that's what like tips off the environmental protesters to be like, okay, maybe we need to take care of these hippos. Maybe we need to do something about these hippos because the hippos are doing as much damage to the environment as we think we are.
They slowly start being like, you know what, fuck these animals, I just want to live.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like, they're not really there to actually save them, they're just there to feed their own ego.
What if Hungry Hippos was based on a true story that nobody knew about? Government garb kitted out for home, not invasion. I mean, it is invasion, but we're not calling it that for the sake of the film.
It's legal home invasion.
Kitted out for legal home invasion / SWAT
a sting op
tactics.
Yeah. Okay.
Yet woefully unprepared for wild megafauna. WWF representatives.
I like the idea that like each group was the other's downfall. Like there is one cop in the sting that is actually a protester, and one of the people in the protesters group work for the rival gang. Like each one of them,
there's like one member of each one that's secretly working for the other ones. The WWF representatives, white coats, sciencey get up, mainly looking into a peaceful extraction of the beasts. But dramatically under. I could just copy this, yet woefully unprepared. I could just have that be the end of all of these, the end of every single one. Oh God, no. No, damn it. Copy.
Run up to 28 miles an hour. Fucking wild.
What?
Hippos can run 28 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
Fuck,
White coats, sciencey get up, mainly looking into a peaceful extraction of the beasts, yet woefully unprepared for wild megafauna. Environmental protesters.
I want like one of the starting lines for the environmental protesters. It's like, yeah, they're just like big dogs.
Orange.
Yes.
That is so perfect.
Puppies.
They're just big old water pups. Orange
like,
safety
I used to work on a
vests
farm
over
where we raised pigs. It's just kind of like the same thing.
Orange safety vests over hippie type garb. Looking to keep everybody out of the mansion. Comma, yet woefully unprepared for wild megafauna. Trophy hunter. Do y'all know the sniper from TF2, Team Fortress 2? He's an Australian, like, he is Australian. It's kind of funny for the purposes of this, but, so, oh gosh, the characters list is going to be like a huge line just cutting right down the middle of this page.
I do know who you're talking about. Yes, I just Googled him, yeah.
Yeah. So imagine someone in that getup. Like, that's what I imagine for the trophy hunter in this case.
Okay.
And he's just like, oh, I don't know. Like, professionals have standards type individual. Yeah. So characters is now a very tall column in the middle of this page because that's what this is turning into.
Yeah.
Trophy hunter, professional. Think Leon the professional mixed with Crocodile Dundee.
That's exactly where my brain was. Crocodile Dundee.
Think Leon the Professional mixed with Crocodile Dundee, yet woefully unprepared for wild megafauna. Rival drug gang henchman. Let's see here.
Is wildly unprepared for megafauna the tag?
Woefully unprepared for wild megafauna. the tagline. It might as well be.
We just gotta make another one later on based in Canada that's just moose.
Tagline should be. Oh my god. Tagline needs to be one sentence, preferably shorter than 10 words.
Our next movie is Da Moose, Da Moose.
Da Moose.
Like we just built. Like,
oh my god.
That's the horror film next. Is Da Moose, Da Moose.
Oh my god. Tagline. These people are woefully unprepared for wild megafauna.
I mean, I'll check it with people, but I don't know if it'll not make.
No, that's not gonna stick. These people are hungry. These people are hungry.
But the hippos are hungry.
But the hippos are hangry.
The hippos are hangry, yes. These
Hangry
people are
meets
hungry, but the hippos are hangry.
Hippie. Hangry meets
hungry. Angry, yeah.
No, oh, fuck it, whatever.
What? What do you mean?
Hangry.
These people are hungry, but the hippos are hangry.
Yeah, but it's like, just shorten it up. It's like hangry meets hungry.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, hangry. Wild hangry meets power hungry. There you go. What do you think of that? Wild hangry meets power hungry, because each individual group is after something different, but it all boils down to they all get something out of this if they take down the hippo or save the hippo.
Oh,
right?
so then is this the sin could be greed? Because
Yeah.
they're all wanting something.
Yes.
It's the expectation of something they want.
Honestly, wait, how many characters do we have now?
Well, each group has at
1, 2,
least
3, 4.
2, if not 3 or 4 or
Besides
more.
the trophy
Okay, but
hunter.
it seems like so like they environmentalists, they're there for their pride. The DEA, they're there for wrath. Or sorry, the trophy hunters there for wrath. Fucking
Oh my god. Wait.
Like, yeah.
Wait. Okay, so environmental protests. Oh my god. Hold on. Well, trophy hunter is definitely greed.
yes.
DEA is wrath, probably. Drug Lord Milton is sloth. I mean,
Yes,
he's
he abandoned them.
Exactly. Drug Lord Milton 8 ball.
What if he didn't abandon him? He just died.
He just had a heart
still
attack.
Did not,
Like
he
he's
did not have the proper percussions, like
That's
proper
true.
Yeah.
setup to care for these hippos.
He might have. He just has really bad henchmen.
Why do you want to make the drug lord the
I
sympathetic
don't
character?
know, because for some reason I'm just like, yeah, he's a bad guy, but he loves his pets.
Maybe it's a power move. If you loved a hippo, don't have it in a house.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. 8. No, hold
But the
on.
white women, they'll get it.
They'll put a splitter in it and walk it down Compton.
Extravagantly opulent meets street style drug
I just thought of a really funny but scary
Dregs.
like scene is like right at the beginning when they're entering in through the lobby, like the DEA agents. It'll cut to like the person in charge giving orders, and you'll see in the background just like a hippo statue, or what you think is a hippo statue.
hippo statue.
It cuts the scene, comes back, and the hippo statue's gone.
Yes.
Oh
like
my God.
like that's your freaking like foreshadowing is literally a shadow in the background.
Oh my God, I love it. Extravagantly opulent meets street style drug dregs, overcome by the oh God, by the, what's the word I'm thinking of? By the overwhelming success of his drug empire. Yet woefully unprepared for wild megafauna.
Oh no, man! I was just really unprepared for the wild megafauna.
Yeah.
He's like standing at the gates of heaven.
Milton
He's just like,
8-Ball
"Someone raise your hand."
Bradley.
Bro, I don't. It's just. I don't know.
Milton. Oh my God. Milt. Just to make it like friendly for the censors and friendly for the corporate sponsors, whatever. It's not exactly it's Milt Bradley.
Milt, yes. Milt Bradley.
Yeah. Milt 8-Ball Bradley. Extravagantly opulent meets street-style drug dregs, overcome by the overwhelming success of his drug empire, yet woefully unprepared for wild megafauna. Sloth. He's the first one to die, obviously.
Yes.
What about the World Wildlife Representatives? Or the World Wildlife Fund representatives? So, what is it? Wrath, Sloth, Greed, Pride.
Is it envy?
Envy.
They're trying
want-
to fuck those
Because
guys.
they want.
There's no way.
I think envy.
Envy would
because
fit-
they want the
They want the
They want-
notoriety.
yeah.
They want
They
the
want the
notoriety
notoriety
that
of doing
comes
that.
with saving the hippos rather than
That's
killing
It's
them.
pride.
like.
That's
yeah.
not envy, that's pride.
Maybe it's the envy of like everybody else. Like, yeah, these guys were able to do this shit. Let's fucking be able. Like, if we get this done, we'll at least be able to get to that.
Yeah,
point.
they don't hop in until they hear the other protesters are there.
Yeah, or
Right.
They're
Yes. So the World Wildlife Fund is sitting like the World Wildlife Fund headquarters, wherever that is, like has the agents. Because in Cocaine Bear, not everybody shows up in
Maybe-
the park until about 20 or 30 minutes into the movie. So
what? Okay, hear me out. Because I hear where you guys are going.
Mhm.
What if it's like this is just this dumb group? Like this is this not group of kids that joined it so they could get notoriety, and they're not fucking getting it, and they think that this is what's gonna get them it. Not
Yeah.
of like, oh yeah, we'll fucking be able to climb up. Like, not people. will
so
like this,
that
and we'll be
so
able
that
to-
runs into the problem of that Cocaine Bear had, which was when you have a movie like Cocaine Bear or like this Hangry Hippos, whatever it ends up being, you can't kill children on screen. So if you
Oh, no,
get
no,
children
I'm-
involved, they are
Sorry,
surviving
it's
to the
not
end.
Kids. It's not kids.
Right.
It's like it's not. It's young adults.
It's
with
young
that
adults,
child
teenagers. Like
mindset.
I get that too. But even
They're
then,
trying to get.
below 18, you can't kill a kid. You can't
It's
kill a
not
teenager
18,
without
it's
cause.
It's like 19 to 20-year-olds, kids
Yeah,
that just
which
were just
is
like,
fine.
I took a semester abroad. Fucking, this
Yeah.
is what I'm doing, and I'm just like, I want to get like some credit to come
So
back to.
all of these characters that are introduced in Cocaine Bear, you have a
When I
lot
s-
of adults, but you have like two families or whatever. There are two kids that survive all the way to the end because they have to. The code, one of the codes of writing a movie like this is kids do not die, and if they do,
Yes.
there had better be a damn good reason for it. And Cocaine Bear did not have a damn good reason other than a bear fueled by cocaine. Like,
Yes.
that's not good enough to kill a kid. So I get what
Well,
you're saying, Dono. I want to find
also-
an angle where that's the sin. How about vague representations of the seven deadly sins, S7DS.
Basically,
Yeah.
The way that I'm seeing it is that the worldwide like animal representation,
World
whatever the fuck it
Wildlife Fund.
is, World Wildlife Fund. It is.
I thought that was the World Wrestling Federation.
Oh my
Wait, have I
God.
been off this whole time?
My
I
whole
wanna
thought process is
wrestle
that
the
they
hippo.
represent the new generation and the like that part of the new generation that everybody can agree is the bad part.
Yes.
Oh
Like,
no!
this is
What
the
is it?
bad new
No!
generation.
It's PETA. We take
Yeah.
PETA representatives. Not because WWF is actually a really good organization. I was struggling
they
to
are.
think of like the one that everybody dislikes. It's PETA. So
Yeah,
we have
everybody
PETA
fucking hates
representatives. Yeah. And these environmental
PETA,
well,
the
but
company
would
that-
would that be better suited here? Like the protesters are PETA protesters?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And then the representatives are still of the representatives
Oh my God, I
have
got
a
my
good
shit
intention
mixed
behind
up.
them. Yeah.
Okay, so the PETA ones are the ones that would be like the bad.
Yeah.
The troublesome.
Yeah,
dudes
you have
that are just,
so you
like,
have
they're
a
doing it
couple of
for the
coins
wrong
here.
reason.
You have a couple of coins here. You have the coin of like good environmental protest versus bad environmental protest. You know, or not environmental
Okay,
protest,
yeah,
but
NV works for WWF representation. Yeah.
yeah. So World Wildlife Fund wants to peacefully extract the hippos to somewhere where they can continue to live, like whether it's a reservation or whatever it is, like take them,
Chances
haul them
are
off
probably
to
going
like
to
a zoo or so. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a zoo that has a
Because-
program where they can be rehabilitated from their time there, and they would make a little money in the process, type
A lot of
thing,
this-
like
I don't know if people know this, but like most
into a
zoos,
peaceful,
if they have like
but
certain animals that are like
lucrative
scarce,
extraction
a lot of zoos are made
beasts.
for like breeding. So
Yep.
they breed animals and then they'll exchange with other zoos, not like making it so not like these animals do not end up on the endangered species list. That's why like when a baby panda gives birth, it's a huge deal, or like a giraffe or anything like that. These are animals that like their species needs to continue, and so it's a huge thing for zoos to be able to have. And then you eventually end up seeing that baby not there at the zoo anymore.
Orange
Unless
safety
it's,
vest
like,
over here.
becomes a huge thing for the zoo where they make a lot of money off of it. Not that whole thing, because the zoo like helps to
Well, if it's PETA, then it's not
help
hippie
that
type
shit.
anymore. Over
no.
over common garb, like just t-shirt,
Yeah.
jeans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking to keep everybody out of the mansion due to their misguided nature, yet woefully unprepared for wild megafauna. Trophy hunter. Think Leon the Professional mixed with the Crocodile Dundee, yet woefully unprepared for
God.
wild megafauna. Like, the Trophy
Okay.
hunter is one of the last ones to die because he finds a
Yes.
way.
Okay, so we have a lot of characters here. I
Yes.
want to kind of narrow down one or two groups into maybe like there's a specific head to it. I just can't like PETA is a social media influencer trying to gain fame that goes through like, hey, I'm part of like it's like this person trying to gain fame through that. And so there's a crew with them. Like they have their own little crew, but it's like this is the head of your social media group. So it's like some young
I
25.
I'm not against this, but I will say I am tired of horror movies making fun of the influencer. I will like
That's true. But
The
there are a lot
influencers-
of dumb influencers.
there are.
It's an easy jab. I'll give you that. Okay, then let's be a little more less on the nose, I
Mhm.
guess. With it. Like we can just do it as just a group of PETA people, and they just are ill-informed of how to actually deal with the situation.
There aren't any single character like groups in Cocaine Bear either. Like there is a group and they send like either 2 or 3 representatives, or eventually one of the groups sends 2 groups of people, one of which is like the head guy, so, like flanked by 2 henchmen of his. But like, and even himself acting by himself, he's writing individual people into a script like this is hard unless those people either survive or are the most dramatic deaths. Because
Yes.
the protagonist of this movie is the gruesome curiosity of how all of these individual groups of people are either going to live or die. Like
Yes.
that's the protagonist. It's an invisible protagonist, and it is an effective one.
Dippy, in Cocaine Bear, that would be way too much of like a giveaway, but
You can
Oh, no.
spoil it. It's fine.
the like freaking punk kids.
The punk kids, yeah.
Yeah, like fucking.
They get
those
separated, yeah, sure. 2 of them die.
No, but like some of them, yeah, because like, do they fall under the idea of like you don't kill the kid?
They
Because I
were
feel
like
if you have, they were like young adults.
they were on
right?
that, yeah, they were on that line that you mentioned where they're like young adults, 19, 20 or so. Yeah.
But like they die of their own fucking.
They do.
fault.
They do. Yeah. Yeah. They kind of do. Yeah, that area is like between like,
That's like the gray
15
area
between
right
15 and 18 is like the gray area where it's like, okay, do you want to say the message to be that young adults, like teenagers turning into these ages need to be more careful, or that teenagers who are already this age are stupid and
You also
need
have
to
to
play?
remember that like they took like actual things that happened during the situation, so that could have been like their ability to kind of get away with that is because like that that was kind of a situation that came upon within the scenes of whatever. So it's just like, how did this happen? Let's make it dumb.
Is Cocaine Bear?
Huh?
How accurate is Cocaine Bear?
It's very heavily dramatized.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's dramatized, but it does take things that happened.
Sloth, greed,
Okay.
pride, envy, wrath.
It's
What are
just
the
like,
other ones? Lust and
the problem
what?
with Cocaine Bear, it's like loosely based on the thing, merely because there's
Gluttony.
not that much to
Oh,
it.
God,
but it
gluttony.
is something that happened. Like they don't have much documented shit.
I want to eat that hippo.
Wait, no, that could totally be the big trophy hunter instead. He could be like
Gluttony,
instead of,
because
like,
gluttony is not necessarily. Gluttony is not necessarily I want to eat it. It's like gluttony is
It's
the
too
consumption of things. It's the consumption of
Yes.
things. So like, the trophy is like the thing that it gets added to. Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Could be
Yeah.
more than one too.
Drug dealing hoodlum types looking to get in, get out with as much raw material that was left behind as possible, comma, yet woefully
I like this.
unprepared for wild megafauna.
I like the idea that this is like that's one of the single characters because that's the dude that's still in the house.
Like, and like one of them was planted in the house like before
In the way
the
that-
before the timeline of this story. Yeah.
Yeah, like them.
And they
coming
would
in
represent greed
was
because
part
they're
of the
just trying to
reason
come
why
in and
everything's going on.
they're
Yes.
just trying to come in and take and leave. But the last one is lust. No one's gonna fuck the hippo. Like,
No, but horror
What if
movies
the hippos
love
are
to-
fucking each other?
No, horror movies love to have stupid people fucking get killed.
yeah.
And there absolutely could be like even like one of the agents keeps eyeing like one of the protesters, and then they're in like the
And like,
master suite.
and like one of the kinks, and like it's a kinky pair from 2 of the groups that just
Yes.
come together in the master bedroom, and like there's a scene.
Oh, they come together.
They come together. Come
I
together.
like the idea that like during the sex
right
scene,
now.
there's also people
Right
being
now.
murdered.
over me, and
like-
they just get chomped. Oh god.
I love the idea that like during the sex scene is also where like when a bunch of murders happen. So like they come out of it. And they're just
Oh
like,
no!
what the fuck? Like you see a thrust happen, and then the hippo comes out of the water.
Oh no!
Yes. Hey
So it
baby, you
goes
think this
in-
hot tub's still
Oh,
good?
no! Oh,
So it like
God.
it hits with the rhythm of everything. That sounds like ah.
For some reason, I also just like in my head imagine "Come Together" being the song for that, and just like.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, this is turning into something else. This is good.
This is like
I really
borderline
like this.
horror comedy.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Cocaine Bear was. I know we're drawing comparisons to Cocaine Bear a lot, but
It's
it's true. It's just a really heavy inspiration for this
Yeah.
and I have no problem with that at all. We need more movies like Cocaine Bear in this world. And this is a great way to do it. So, okay. Vague representations of the 7 deadly sins, yes. Let's see. Okay. Side. No, what? Huh? Excuse me? Huh? Side plot with 2 randos. Side plot with 2 randos. They horny, and they horny, and they getting into it in an quote abandoned end quote master bedroom. yet are woefully unprepared for wild megafauna. I just love the fact that that's the tie-in with all of these. Is that they're just all.
What if theirs is like while being waffly?
whilst being woefully
Because they're
unprepared.
doing it, they know that it's happening. It's just like, might as well get a freaking nut off, you know?
Yeah. This might be my last chance.
They horny and they getting into it in an abandoned master bedroom whilst
Also,
being woefully unprepared for wild.
Like also, more to you if you can freaking get it up when you're in a survival situation.
Yeah.
Do you not get rock hard when you're in fight or flight?
No. I get very heavily into the fight and flight.
Okay. So let's do the hip. Now that we've gotten those main little groups out of the way, let's see.
Little.
Yeah. DEA agents, World Wildlife Fund representatives, environmental protesters. Well, PETA protesters.
With like every
a hired trophy hunter,
there's just
rival
one
drug
group of
henchmen, and
characters that's
others
like,
converge on the
we got the
seemingly
names
abandoned
off of, like,
expansive
fantasy
complex
name
for
generator.
own reasons.
Yeah.
Unknowing of the terrifying beasts laden and hungry within. Each group has some killed, some survive, but in the end, the overall what's the word? The one
What's
who
the
comes out
percentage
with
of,
the
like,
most. The
survival
one who
rate?
comes out with the most. The overall victor.
Is the hippos.
The overall victor is nature itself adapting to its circumstances and unleashing
Hell.
Hell on earth upon all they survey. There you go.
Imagine like somebody's got to research how hippos kill people.
That would be fucked. But we gotta do it.
They chomp and they sit.
Don't they like grab you and then just drown you?
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. So Oro, the hippo, leader.
Yes.
Leader. Painted gold? Probably? I mean, that's part of his
Gold
wealth.
Gold chain.
Back
Now we're getting a little
painted
bit of like
gold
TMNT
with
vibes
gold
here.
chain.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god. Teenage Mutant Ninja Hippos.
What if he has like a gold tooth?
Oh my god, one of the tusks is gold. Oh, I
Yes.
love that. Back painted gold with gold chain and
That's
gold
such like
tusk.
a cartel fucking like member vibe.
Back painted gold with gold chain and gold tusk. Most aggressive. Most kills overall.
He's got tattoos.
No, that's one of the other ones. It has to be one of the other ones. Naranja largest. Because I imagine him being like in the food room, like he's where all the food is. So he's the largest. He's the fattest one. Most imposing. Most voracious.
I desperately want a kill to be like somebody trying to fight off the hippo and they push him off a balcony or something and the hippo lands on somebody else.
Oh god!
Why? How close do you guys think we are to like where we would feel comfortable where we have this?
We're
still gotta make...
an hour and 56 into the stream overall, so
We've
the
been
house we
writing
can
this
do
movie for an hour and 34.
yeah. So we can do a little. We're gonna do a little bit more for the.
We're gonna do Rosa. We're gonna do Verda.
Yeah, we're gonna do characters. We're gonna write.
We want to make like.
I
some
think the
small
house.
characters.
I think the house is gonna end up being like rooms in the house, but the plot writes itself. Like we just need a log
It
line.
kind of does.
I do still want to find a cat moment in there somewhere.
We just gotta find. Maybe one of the moments is that like right when the DA agent shows up, he just lets the cat out. Like he just lets the cat out of the house.
Like to get in the good graces of like the wildlife people that are there. They're like they come across a caged like something or other. They come across a caged animal. Just one of the DEA agents is like, all right, look. And they like look over and there's just very conveniently a cat kennel. And they just like, and they open it and the cat just like bolts. It just like gets the fuck out of there.
There is a thing that we could do, but I don't know. Like, basically there is like problems with people like eating and killing dogs and cats and stuff like that, and people go and save them. Maybe like one of the first scenes is the DE agent like buying to save a dog or something like that, and it's just like that dog is then theirs, and it's like, that's the thing that it's a silly thing that pushes them to the survive. It's like I got a dog at home.
But least kills in parentheses under his own power. I imagine like he's the one that gets pushed off a balcony and lands on somebody else.
Yes.
But least kills under his own power. What about him is like he has like an orange peel. Like he has an orange peel like wrapped around one of his tusks. Like he just like hollowed it out.
Yeah.
Orange.
Yeah, he has an orange stuck to his
orange
tusk.
Peel stuck on tusk. Orange juice
He's in the
staining.
kitchen. You can just like be like when they first see him, he's just eating a shitload of oranges.
Yeah. Introduced.
Like they open the door to the pantry and it's
eating
just him. He
has a carrot stuck in his neck flap.
And carrots.
Hippos are not fat. They're all
Yes,
muscle.
they are.
They are big boned.
They are.
Introduced eating a shitload of oranges.
Hippos are like mostly muscle.
Hippos float.
They do float, yes.
That's because they inhale, like they add air into their body.
Yeah.
It helps them to float.
I
just
Verde
posted a
is
meme about this on my fucking Instagram.
sneakiest. Hides in algae infested
Dono,
water.
I just Googled it and we are both wrong.
Uh-oh.
Hippos are not fat, despite their bulky and heavy appearances. Hippos, subcutaneous.
Subcutaneous.
Their fat layers are quite thin. They
yes,
mostly muscle.
It's like how human bodies
thick
are.
Skin. Yes.
We have very. They have very. But their muscles are fucking massive.
There you go.
Look at the anatomy of it. I'm looking at a picture of it. This thing's fucking jacked. Okay.
What I said still stands. That has a roll a carrot can fit in.
Yeah. Introduce eating a shitload of oranges and carrots. Verde, sneakiest, hides in algae coated water in
I like that
wool
each of them
house
have like their own room that
in
you first meet
underground.
them in, and, like, you have and their color is like within that room.
The rooms are in the four corners of the house.
Yeah. Oh, we're like that's another thing that I was gonna bring up is that you meet each one in a different section of the
pool house in underground river, and
one group could meet one of them, but not the other.
Flooded basement.
But they all end up like, I like the idea that they all show
rooms.
up in the middle, which is where the elevator is, where they find like the crazy dude that's just like, oh, I've been here for fucking like 10 days, dude. And I've just been surviving.
Okay, most aggressive, most kills overall.
Why the fuck is my computer so slow today?
Introduced.
It's just today.
Introduced.
Yeah, it is.
Hiding in algae-coated water in pool house, but also appears in underground river and in flooded basement storage rooms. Introduce.
I feel like Verde
you go.
is the one that's like moves around the most.
Introduced in main front entrance, imposing and threatening.
I sent our next sticker to the Discord.
Oh god.
Okay.
Woefully unprepared for a wild megafauna. Yes. Oh my god. That yes, please. I need a sample of that sticker like now.
I'll put it on my coffee cup.
Yes. Oh my god, I fucking love it.
I'll put that
What
on
do
my
I live
car.
by? I try to be my best not to be woefully unprepared by megafauna.
By wild megafauna.
Like, look, a moose. I know it was there the entire
I
time.
knew the moose was there.
God.
Oh my god.
I think we're making the best movie ever.
Yeah.
This
might
It's
be-
gonna be.
So
this
what
gonna be
is
a
so if
cult classic.
Oro's imposing and threatening and charging the largest
definitely in the
gathering of people? Oh yeah, introduced in main introduced in throne room, quote in
No,
quotes.
I thought we said Rosa was.
Oh no, I was gonna say Rose is definitely in the
Oh,
throne.
Rose is
Yeah.
in the throne room.
I feel
Okay,
like
yeah.
Aura's like in the beginning. Like he's one of the first
Oh, yeah,
ones
you-
that you
yeah.
meet.
Charging the largest gathering of people at once. Yeah. So like
immediately, like
Yeah.
first kill is like charges, knock someone over, they crack their head and die.
Yeah.
Like
or they get trampled. Like, so Rosa is the. I don't know. I feel like Rosa would be like, because Rosa's the girl hippo.
yeah.
The like, I don't know. I don't know if they're like.
Wait, that could be our save the cat moment. We could have like somebody
One of the
by
hippos is,
themselves
like,
finds like Rosa's still
least
chained to the throne.
Imposing.
Oh,
Like,
Rosa's
sweetest.
actually the nice one.
Yes,
Well, not
Rosa's
like
the sweetest.
She's still chained to the throne and thankful to whoever fucking unchains her.
And
Like,
maybe
Yeah.
that's how they get out. Is because
Yeah.
Rose is able to kind of like
riding on Rosa's back.
Catalyst.
Oh my God.
Catalyst for final escape.
Or because they let her go, she like
Yes.
saves them in the last moment.
Introduced. Still chained in throne room. Like she still has a kill because she killed the drug den lord. She killed Milt.
Yes.
So she's the one that killed Milt and started all of this, but she's like chained. She can't kill anyone else.
Or even she could be baby hippo and all the rest were able to break off their chains and she couldn't because she's too little. Is that us
Introduce
getting too sympathetic for the hippo?
Yeah.
just a little, maybe just a little.
Okay.
They are still
Although
the
I don't
killers
see how a baby
like here.
hippo could kill like the fucking drug lord.
Introduced, still chained in throne room, catalyst for final, still chained in throne room, desperate for escape. I mean, naturally pink color, like
Yeah.
naturally pink color, untainted by the environment around her.
Yeah.
Catalyst for final escape when X breaks her free from her chains and breaks her free from her chains. That's good.
That is
To
good.
have one
Yeah.
of them be the sympathetic one, like, because in the Hungry Hippos game, there's one golden peg, there's one golden ball, there's one yellow ball, right? And the yellow ball is the one
I
that's
don't
worth the
remember
most points. Look at this. There's one yellow ball, and it's the one that's worth the most points.
Oh, okay.
So, like, every other ball is, like, 1 point, and the golden ball is 5 points.
Yeah.
Rosa killed the golden ball. Rosa killed the drug lord. So
she technically has, like, the
most points at the start.
Her kills is the one that matters.
Sweetest introduced, still
Everybody
chained in
else is
throne room,
just kinda
desperate
like,
for
it's nobody's,
escape
it's whatever.
after killing Milt. Naturally pink color, untainted by the environment around her. Catalyst for final escape when X breaks her free from her chains. Yeah, I love that. That's a way because we were like, okay, let's not make them too sympathetic. But what if one of them is sympathetic? Like, because the cocaine bear didn't eat the final family because the final family showed her mercy. And she just wanted to protect her cubs. And the final, and Ray Liotta's final scene as an actor before he died was him being mean to the cubs and Cocaine Bear strangling him to death with his own drug backpack. Like, that was a great moment where it's like, okay, we can be sympathetic for Cocaine Bear. We can be sympathetic for one of the hangry hippos. I mean, we're sympathetic to all of them because they were treated poorly by Milt. Yeah. Like, we can assume that they were, or if they look like they were treated well, well, Naranja is fat. Naranja's like overweight. Like, he was overfed, you know. So yeah, we're sympathetic to all of them, but we're the most sympathetic to Rosa because Rosa is the one who like escapes through no like bad dealings, through no like traumatic event, right? I feel like none of the hippos die, but Naranja, like, being pushed off the balcony is the final thing that Naranja does before he's, like, injured and can't really move much further or much further onward. Like, he struggles after he gets pushed off the balcony or something like that. Or he charges off the balcony to kill, like, the trophy hunter or something and, like, kills someone else by landing on them in the process, you know?
I like that even more.
Yeah. It's so like, and then Verde is just really sneaky. Verde is like, I feel like Verde would get the most fan art. Anyway, wild hangry meets power hungry. That's such a good tagline. That's so good.
God.
Oh my gosh, we're very close.
Okay, you're good. No.
So let's do the cat. The cat is... So is the cat... After much tribulation and slaughter... I'm just going to put X because I don't know who would be the most suiting character to free Rosa. Like, after all of this, after everything. Like, I don't know who the most suiting character would be for this, but X finds Rosa a helpless hippo still chained to her master's throne and vices, and X shows some compassion, in parentheses, at the behest of Y. Because that could be another character who's with them, who's like, maybe the drug den guy says, hey, what if we save this hippo and we could use her? Or maybe the trophy hunter is like, oh, you're mine. You're coming with me. Or the, trophy hunter's least respectable of all these people. One of the world wildlife representatives. One of the world wildlife representatives sees her and is like, I feel like this would be a moment between a WWF person and a DEA agent, where they're like, the DEA agent is still the most well-equipped to deal with these threats.
I feel like there would be like one WWF individual that actually came with the group to be able to like best do everything. And there's like a group outside that is just kind of like talking and whatnot. They end up losing.
There's like a base camp for each of these little groups. Like PETA has a van, and
I feel like PETA's having a protest somewhere else, and these guys learn about this whole thing.
Wait, what if there's also just like undercover news van. Undercover news van. Like, you know how Markiplier, I don't know if you know Markiplier lore, but Markiplier has just his like man on the scene character named Jim, and Jim is just there to like make announcements about like events or whatever, and he's just like, I'm here on the scene, this is Jim on the scene news, and he just like covers the events like in universe, but also like to the audience being like, if you need to get caught up, here's what you need to know, like type thing.
I love that.
And shows some compassion at the behest of Y and releases Rosa, who then helps X and Y escape the mansion with no further incident, with no further harm to them. Like, I imagine a scene where they are riding on Rosa's back and they just like hug down, like, get down, and there's like bullets flying through the air, like trying to like,
oh my god, yes.
and they're just like, and she, like Rosa's running and like some of the bullets like pass under her, and it's just like all the rumbling causes people to like fall over and stuff like that, like a bullet time scene.
The
like, I love
idea
it.
that someone's shooting so badly
That they miss a hippo, like that's a pretty funny. That's pretty funny in and of itself.
Yes.
Like, there's a slow motion cam of like one bullet just going underneath of like this tiny of a sliver of a belly. To the floor.
Yeah. I actually love that idea a lot, and that's really great. That they're just such terrible shots that they can't hit the fucking humongous hippo.
Stormtrooper. It's Stormtrooper,
Stormtrooper
logic.
aim, yeah.
Which, like, if you watch Star Wars, he does say, "Don't kill him."
When people, okay, what's the log? So the log line is one paragraph, preferably short enough to convey the entire idea of the movie in one paragraph. Like the elevator pitch is the log line. So when people are desperate for something, they'll go to any lengths to get it, and that's no different on an island in the Caribbean. Damn it, I did it wrong again. On an island in the Caribbean.
Double B, not double R. Wait. Maybe double R and double B?
No. It's
Oh, you didn't
capitalized.
capitalize it.
And that's no different on an island in the Caribbean infested with giant hungry hippos.
Hangry hippos.
Who will survive? Who will survive the feast? Who will survive the long-sought feast?
Really quick side note, I just posted the new sticker and coffee mug to our Teespring.
What? You just posted a new sticker in what?
Spring. I write descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
I posted sticker and coffee mug to the Teespring. And because I do all the descriptions that nobody ever sees on the Teespring, I just write dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
So the coffee mug description is, I'm never prepared for megafauna until I've had my morning joe.
Oh my god, I love that so much. Wild hangry meets power hungry. When people are desperate for something, they'll go to any length to get it, and that's no different on an island in the Caribbean infested with giant hungry hippos. Who will survive the long-sought feast?
This is like that movie that everybody's just kind of like, this is such a dumb concept. I'm still gonna go see it.
Exactly.
And it's like blown away just by how good it is, like how Cocaine Bear is.
Yes.
Like literally, when I first heard Cocaine Bear, it's like, this is the dumbest.
This is the dumbest idea for a movie ever, and then you watch it and you're like, oh my god.
Like Violent Night, which I'm excited to watch.
Violent Night is such a good movie too.
It's
I love
so
Violent
ridiculously
Night.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it knows what it is. Like that's the thing is that like Violent Night is a movie that knows what it is and plays into that
Yes.
so well. There are a few scenes that are just like, how the fuck did that happen? But it's like it's still overall fantastic.
All right. So now to finish this off, we just have to fill out the house, which is literally a house. It is a ginormous house.
It has to have 4 different sections to it. Each one of them, like you meet the different.
Well, okay,
hippo.
we have the idea of the board game obviously having, like, each hippo is in its own corner. So if we wanted to emulate that, we would have 4, like, larger areas in total. Like, like this man divided his mansion into 4 areas of his wealth, like.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I feel like Rosa is going to be
large
towards the throne room.
areas
I feel like there's a group that comes in through Rosa's area
of wealth.
and then doesn't meet anything for a very long time.
And each group enters into the house in a different way. Like, each individual group, like
it's so big, people could enter in for different areas.
And then they
wouldn't have known.
And then they encounter each other and they're like, what are you doing here? And the commotion causes the hippos to come after them, and then they have to team up. Like, oh my god, I can see so many things.
So we gotta think of it as like the board game. So it's literally, there's a dome in the middle where all the balls are. That's where like every single person goes through at some point in time. And I feel like that should be the
grand lobby.
Yes. There has to be a grand lobby.
Main
where it's like
central room with most artifacts, art, statues, gold.
It's got a lot of things on grand like display.
Yeah, gold, etc. Largest area overall.
And
okay,
then
the grand lobby.
Areas.
Then there is the master bedroom. Master bedroom suite.
Can come into the grand lobby if they want to.
Yes.
Like that's where like a big like at the very beginning, all the balls come in.
Mm-hmm.
They all like, and then as things go on, eventually they all have to leave through the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's just like desperate fucking hippos coming in and just
master bedroom suite. So the master bedroom suite is like lavish curtains and silks. Lavish curtains and silks. Lustful environment. ripe for the something. I don't know. Ripe for enjoyment.
The horizontal mambo.
Yeah.
The horizontal mambo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is horizontal number 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is horizontal mambo number 5. Dun, 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 dun.
Obviously, there's the kitchen and the pantry.
Yeah. Sweet. Yes.
And then you do have to do the connecting river through all of it.
Royal kitchen. Royal kitchen and pantry. Naranja's main area, stocked with exotic food, drink, and foodum. Stocked with exotic food, drink, and drug alike. With the finest cutlery and equipment available. The finest cutlery and equipment available. Then there's the throne room. Decadent golden palace chair festooned with all sorts of golden trinkets, artifacts, and trinkets, artifacts, and effects with Rosa still chained to this room unerringly. Like, like she has not, ever since he's died, she has not escaped. So like, she killed him, and that was like her way of getting back at him, but she didn't think it through because she didn't unlock her chain first. She didn't let him unlock her chain first, so...
No, I'm here for that.
Yeah. Still chained to this room unerringly. And then you have... Nope. Pool. It's...
Pool.
Abandoned and left to the hot Caribbean elements.
Yeah.
The water is covered in algae and verde. The water is covered in algae, and verde stalks among the water fixtures, which have long since stopped working. Offers direct access to underground area via artificial river.
So this
Grand
entire
lobby,
house
main central room with
is
most
gonna be like
artifacts,
green screen,
largest
right?
area overall with artificial river running through it. There we go. Through it / under it. Can be both.
Yeah.
So the master bedroom suite, lavish curtains and silks, lustful environment ripe for enjoyment. I would say Oro would hang out here. Oro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oro's original main area to show off for Milt's pleasure partners. Yeah.
That's the best way to say
That's
it.
the best way to put it without offending anyone, right?
You ever want to cuck a hippo?
Oh my god. You wanted to cook? I just realized what you said. I thought you said cook a hippo. Like sizzle him in a pan. No, I thought you were like...
Honestly, hippo sounds like such a bad meat to eat.
Oh, Deadly, no. Oh, you killed me, Deadly, no.
Damn it, I gotta make another sticker.
No. The hippo
It's just a hippo
cucking
sitting in a
squad.
recliner chair.
The hippo cucking squad. Oh god, a hippo sitting in a recliner. Oh no, with like the Hugh Hefner robe.
Yes.
Oh my god. No. All right.
It's just,
Fuck me, dude. This is actually such a fun idea for a movie. I can't believe we came up with this after Monster in the House. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so good.
And we hit all the elements of a monster in the
We
house
did.
film.
We did. Somehow. Like, oh yeah. Basement storage pens.
Yeah.
Filled to the brim with unshipped product, unopened unopened barrels of luxuries and
Guns.
unsanitary water leaking in from the floors and sea above. Verde stalks.
Can you have a basement in the Caribbean?
This
There's some
house
places-
does.
Because there's some places where you just can't have a basement because of the water.
Yeah, like New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. Do you think this guy thought of that? Do you think Milt thought of that? No, he
That's
just
why
wanted
there's a
to-
river.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why there's a river and a basement on a private island. Like, he didn't think of a lot of this shit. He was just
I'm
blinded
just
by
thinking
his
about
own
people
greed.
like that are gonna fact check us shit.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Dirty
I'll look it
stalks
up.
down here in a more scary portion. Like, this is an actual horror element here, is because the basement is dark. Like, there's no, like, electricity or anything down
Yes.
here. Oh, really important point. When is this movie set? Is this a period
just-
piece or is it modern day?
This just feels like modern day.
It
Yeah.
feels like modern day.
Although I just thought of like the funniest fucking thing. You know how like in some horror
Although the
movies,
style...
you see the monster just like scary. Imagine a hippo just being.
Rococo slash
running by in the
classical architecture in a modern time frame. Yeah. I like that.
But could
too.
you imagine like the hippo just like scurrying across the fucking
Yeah, just
screen, just in the background, like it's in the basement?
Yeah. And because
Like,
it's
in the
filled
big-
with water, the people that end up down there, they're like, ah. And then you hear, like, way off in the distance, and they're like, oh shit, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Oh man.
just
Why
imagine
did
a
we just
really-
come up with such a funny, why did we just come up with such a scary, funny, oh my god.
it's genuine, not bad.
Sell
It's-
this,
yeah, it's
sell this to
genuinely
A24. Like, I swear,
Yes.
I feel like they would make
are
it.
the people that would make this, and they would make it so well. And I need to be the director. Well, we all three need to be the
Let's write it.
director. Yeah, we all 3
Let's
need to be.
fucking write it
Yeah.
out. Like,
Yeah, fucking do it.
So we have, so we can also, like, obviously we can go by the page that that in and of itself was 4 pages of effort on just
There you go.
screenwriting page, on screenwriting page
Oh
stuff.
my god.
But that also includes the notes, the random shit that we saved
Oh,
for
yeah.
later. Yeah.
Oh well.
Whatever. Fuck.
But yeah, like, dude,
yeah.
I think
I'm
we
pretty proud of
friggin'
ourselves,
did
guys.
it.
We made a movie.
Yeah.
So just like last time, oh my god, wouldn't it be hilarious if, like, wait, if, like, the notes made the shape of a hippo?
Okay, that seems like a bit.
Oh my god, but look at it coming together, though. Hey, look at this. Look at this
That's
jelly.
a hippo.
That is a pretty convincing hippo shape, if I ever seen one.
That's a hippo.
That's a pretty good one. All right.
That's a hippo walking towards a mousetrap.
We just need to get rid of the... Oh, shit. We just need to get rid of this note. Because that pales in comparison to what we just made.
Yes.
We're going to save the mannequin note because that was actually a good idea for something a little later down the
Something
line,
else.
Dono.
Yeah.
A psychological thriller or whatever. Or,
Yeah, a thriller.
Horror.
But yeah, we got it. And I put age ranges for, like, the characters here. Like,
Yeah.
I imagine the DEA agents are, like, in their 30s, 40s, 50s. The World Wildlife people are, like, young adults to middle age. The PETA protesters are all young adults. The trophy hunter is a boomer. Like, they're 60, 70, 80. They're experienced, whatever. Like, 50,
Yeah.
60, 70, whatever. The rival drug gang henchmen are specifically in their 30s because
Yes.
They're like, they're not too young that they can be impressionable upon the young adults being like, hey, let's get into drugs. But they're not old enough that they're like, our generation never did that. Like, they're right in that middle gap.
Dippy, who does Tom Hanks play?
Fuck me, dude. The hippo?
Robert Irwin.
Tom Hanks plays Robert Irwin at the end. There's no way. Oh my god.
No, Tom Hanks, just for shits and giggles, plays the drug lord in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that's kind of what I pictured.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know his character in the Elvis movie, the snow,
Yes!
whatever. I imagine that kind of dude being the Milt Bradley.
Yeah.
Milt 8-Ball Bradley. But
Sometimes
man,
you just gotta
who do
throw,
you
like, a
get?
wild card.
Who do you get for these roles, man? Like, who do you get?
There's a couple of like really good actors that just be like, yeah, let's fuck.
Yeah,
I imagine that like you would present this to certain actors.
I
and it's
imagine
like,
you get,
hell
like-
yeah, I want to be a part of it.
I'm not sure where, but I feel like Anna Kendrick fits in this very well. Like
She would be one of the WWF people.
Yeah.
Yeah. PETA
Right,
protesters,
well,
like, I imagine the PETA protesters would be like influencers, would be like
I
TikTok
feel-
and YouTube
Yeah.
influencers that are like, yeah, I hate PETA. Let me play a PETA protester that dies. Like, that would be.
I feel like for the DEA agent, the guy that was the like agent in Suicide Squad, like the blonde head guy,
Oh yeah. Okay.
like he would fit perfectly within that. Like
I
being
thought you
one
were
of
gonna.
them.
I thought you were gonna talk about Will Smith for a second.
No, not Will Smith.
Not that Suicide Squad. The better Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
Will Smith as the trophy hunter though.
No. Nah, I
With
don't know.
I don't
with
feel like
it,
he's
Will Smith
boomer
with
enough.
an
Idris
Australian
Elba as
accent.
the trophy hunter.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna put a quantity. Like, I
We're gonna
imagine
put
there's.
Dave Bautista.
I imagine there's 5. 5
Dave
DEA agents.
Bautista.
I feel like Dave Bautista is the dude that's like
There's-
surviving.
Oh yeah, stuck
2
in
to
the house.
3.
Yes.
There's
Because he's
2
the
to
perfect
3
one of
World
just like it
Wildlife
makes sense that
representatives.
he would survive.
There's like
Because
Yeah.
he's got like
8.
he's like
There's, like,
he's in
8
this
PETA
situation, but he's got a
protesters.
gentle heart.
There's
Yeah.
1 trophy hunter, obviously. The drug gang henchmen.
I
I just
imagine
imagine
2 henchmen.
Yeah, I imagine 2
Just 2
henchmen.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 2 of them.
And
There's
it's just
just
the 2
one of
guys from
the.
Home
Yeah.
Alone.
Oh my god. Oh my god, if Joe Pesci was still alive today, I would want Joe Pesci
Yeah.
to play one of these people so badly.
God.
God,
Wait,
rest in
I
peace,
did
Joe
not know
Pesci.
he died.
Wait, Joe
when did he
Pesci?
die?
I'm pretty sure he's dead. He's been. No, is he still alive? He is still alive. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think he died. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Pesci needs to play one of these people. Like,
Yeah.
definitely. He's 80 years old. He needs to.
Good for him.
He definitely needs to be one of these people. Oh, God, I would make an exception for one of the age groups if he could play one of these people.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Like, he could be one of the rival. He could be one of the.
I feel like we could get a James Bond, like a previous James Bond, to play the trophy hunter.
Daniel Craig.
What, like Sean Connery?
Sean
No.
Connery. Hey,
No.
Idris Elba is supposed to be a James Bond soon, so my
Is
point
he?
still
Is that, like-
stands.
Oh yeah. He
I
could play.
did not know that was confirmed.
Mm.
I think he would be a great James Bond. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
All right.
But he's also like come up to the point of just like, if you're James Bond, you're James Bond. I want to be somebody that's not. Just
That's
a
fair.
thing. Like James Bond is for a newer kind of actor that needs to make a name for themselves. He's already got a name.
That's fair. Yeah, that's
why
also
he's,
very
like,
fair.
People want him to play
Actually-
James Bond, but it's like I don't fit that anymore. I like people know who I am. I don't need
Right.
James Bond. James Bond
Yeah.
needs me.
Rival drugs like Sean Penn. No, not Sean Penn. Who the fuck is Shaun of the Dead guy?
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg. Yeah.
Simon Pegg would be fucking hilarious in this.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg would be hilarious in this. Chris Pine would probably be hilarious in this.
Yeah. Chris Pine as like one of the PETA protesters.
Yeah, or maybe. I still kind of like the idea that the PETA protesters are all like YouTubers or influencers. kind of deal to get
People,
to get
people
that
literally,
crowd.
like the older crowd wouldn't know who the fuck they are. And wouldn't give a shit
Exactly.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah.
So
But
you
like
get
the
people
younger
like,
crowd is just
oh
pumped that
god,
they're like favorite TikTokers like actually in a movie.
yeah, you get like fucking
The WWE, like WWE, WWF representative having like fucking Michael Cera.
Michael Cera. Oh my god.
God.
Oh man, who's the guy? Not Andy Samberg.
No.
Who's the guy in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
That's Andy Samberg.
That is Andy Samberg? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Andy Samberg has to be one of these people. Oh
I will
man,
never, totally off topic.
Ted
I will never
Danson?
forget watching. Ooh.
Ted Danson would be a great fit somewhere in this formula. I don't know where, but somewhere.
Anyway, if you're watching this, comment down below
Yes.
who would you like to see in
Yes,
this movie.
please in the comments put
what do
actors
you
and
think
actresses you would love to see in these roles. Because
Remember,
these
like,
are just
subscribe.
open roles, like they can be any gender, any whatever. Like,
Yeah.
which is another great point about this is that they can be any gender, any orientation, any whatever. They just are either gonna die or live by the end. So like you put them wherever you want.
Dude, I googled Ted Danson. I had no idea he had an affair with Whoopi Goldberg.
What the fuck? Did he really?
Yes. Yes, it ended his marriage.
Whoopi-
Yeah, he had an affair with
a
Whoopi.
story for another time.
And on that note,
All right, y'all. We have written. I feel like Hangry Hippos is not that great of a title anymore.
It's just an idea. Like you can
Yeah.
choose something else later on. It's just like it's the first name, it's the name that things go under, but it's like
I just had the most amazing idea.
okay,
Hippopocalypse.
Hippopocalypse.
that
Because it's
sounds
all
like
the
it's a
same
completely different
syllables.
movie to me. I love it, but it's like
Yeah,
sounds like
it
a
kind of
different movie.
does. It
That's
kind of
very misleading.
it's subtitle Hippopocalypse.
Yes.
Rejected title Hippopocalypse.
Okay.
Hippopotamus? Nah, Hippopocalypse. Hangry Hippos will work. Why not just call it Hungry Hippos at this point, other than to avoid the copyright or trademark?
Yeah.
But there you go.
I was mostly going with hangry because it's just like, oh, that's what like kids these days would fucking. They'll be like, yeah, they changed it for. Yeah.
Okay, so either way, we have written the Hungry Hippos horror movie.
You could also say that the hippos aren't just like the only hippos. Everybody else is a hippo as well, because they're all trying to get their fucking ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although that
I'm
brings up a
smart.
good point. In the Hungry Hippos board game, there are no balls left at the end of the game, which means either everybody has to die. I don't know.
Well, no, it would be no balls left in the game. Could also just you can play the game and have balls pop out of the pit.
Yeah, they pop out of the pan. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And those are the lucky few.
Yes.
Honestly, if I saw a hippo in any situation, other than probably in a zoo behind some bars, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I've been trying to think of a pun because we said the tagline and nobody knew about it of like lost in the hippo campus because that's where your memory is stored.
Lost in the
I've been trying to
hippocampus.
I've been trying to think of a pun like that, but nothing's really landed. All right, we should wrap up though.
Yes,
I need
we
to-
absolutely should. So
Same.
this has been a wonderful episode of Saving Cats. I
Yes,
love
it
it
has.
so much. This has been remarkable. I love this idea so much. Oh, it's so good. But we digress. I will stop
What
sharing.
if each one of us played a WWF representative?
Oh god.
Oh, that would actually be pretty funny.
Mhm.
Actually, no, I would totally play a PETA protester.
I would probably be one of the. I imagine myself as one
I'm
of the
just saying
DEA
because
agents.
like we're directing and shit, right? Like we're doing stuff behind the scenes. If we're gonna be in the movie, it might as well be like the group that stays back and they send one, like our one person that's actually a star.
Oh boy, hold on. Stream has just been staring at my screen for a little bit. Oh no! Get it out of here! Transition! Okay. Ah, there's two zooms! Where did the other one come from? Get rid of it. There we go.
Yeah.
Transition. Okay, there we go. So, Life advice? Don't get locked in.
Always.
Don't get locked in a mansion with a hip. Bring it home, Dadley.
Always be prepared for megafauna.
For wild megafauna. Oh my god. Don't get locked in a mansion with 4 wild hippos. That solves your problem entirely.
Yeah,
Yep.
Like follow those guys. I can't follow up anything more on that. But life advice: if you're feeling a vibe, type that shit into Spotify and see what comes up. You might be.
I
surprised.
just did this.
That is a pretty
I
good-
did this yesterday, and it
I just did
fucking
this.
does not it does not disappoint. It's so good.
No.
Like it's such a good fucking thing, and then you end up discovering like new bands and shit.
Shout out,
Yep.
by the way, to Ash for even suggesting Hungry Hungry Hippos to begin with.
Oh,
Shout out to
yeah.
Ashley. Fuck yeah.
That was incredible. And thank you.
Their name on Twitch was Magical Goddess, if I remember right.
Oh, Primal
Back
Goddess.
and-
Wait, that's Primal
No,
Goddess?
it's not Primal Goddess. We had two. Wait, Magical.
Oh, we had
Goddess.
Magical Goddess as well?
If I
But
remember
yeah.
right, Ash, you can correct me, but
Yes, please, because what a wonderful idea to finally send us down the right path.
I'm Magical Bitches. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. So, thank you so much for watching Saving Cats. Tune in next time when we save a totally different cat in a totally different set of circumstances. Dapperween thankfully continues next week. With
Magical Goddess. Okay, I was
Magical Goddess, yeah. Thankfully continues next week with... Let me pull it up.
We're doing a tier list.
With Halloween tier lists, spooky tier lists. It's been a while since we've done a
Also-
legitimate tier list video, like a full-on tier list video, and we're so excited to finally get back to them.
Also, tomorrow Crossroads because we weren't able to play last week.
Yes.
Yes.
And my schedule works for it too. Also, I finally got the work schedule that I've been wanting for the last couple of weeks.
Woo.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll stick around, and I'll be good. This Friday, we didn't talk about this Friday. Are we
coming to town?
I am up in the air if I'm around or not because it's Friday the 13th. I said I'm trying to get a
Oh, yeah, that's
tattoo,
right.
and also my son now has a soccer game scheduled 5:30 to 6:30. Yeah,
on
Yeah.
Friday?
on Friday.
That's ridiculous.
It was. They are making up a game that they had to skip because of rape.
Well,
So,
I mean,
I'm
if
not
it's a
sure.
makeup game, then you kind of have to. I don't
You
know.
gotta stick it where it goes. It's an away game. I don't know how away it. Like I don't know how far it is, so I'm not
It's
sure what time
in
will be
Florida.
closed. It's in Florida.
Yeah.
So when I get more details, I'll text you and let you know if I'm available.
All right. So, thank you so much for watching. Please tune in to some more of our shows. Don't forget, at the end of this month, we'll have our fall initiative. We forgot to mention it at the top because we were so excited for this
yes.
episode. But please, mark your calendar, save the date for the fall initiative charity event with Dummies and Dice Rolls on this channel, on their channel. So much fun stuff. And until then, until next time, I've been Dippy.
I've been Dadley.
I'm always Dono.
And until the next episode, your adventure matters.
Stay dapper.
And roll your initiative.
Bye-bye. Bye.